Great to have you with us once again as Filming Footy launches into today's Hills Football League Division 1 A-grade match of the day. Good afternoon, Jeff Pistola and the Call of the Wild team here for the global live stream from Qube Logistics Oval in Nairne for a very much anticipated round 14 clash between the hosting Nairne-Bremer United Rams and the Mount Lofty Devils. And once again, helping set the vibe of Hills Footy, it's a big welcome to Benny Goldfinch.
Pistols, Jaden, the team, great to be here. Last time we were here, obviously it was pouring with rain and very windy. Today, slight breeze. You've got the flags out there at the moment going, well, maybe across the ground. Jaden will let us know shortly. But overall, perfect conditions as we head into the business end of the season. Pistols, big clash, second versus third. Very much looking forward to it. Had a chat to Dale Eichner and Michael Borden, which we'll get to shortly, the coaches of both sides. But, yeah, no, this should be a cracker.
Fantastic work as always. Now, we missed this guy last week. Apparently taking a little recuperation from a very hectic CV, Benny, which includes Stats Guru, Torrens Valley Reserves guest superstar, Woodside table tennis terror, country music purveyor, and I believe Balaclava social scene A-lister. Of course, nice to have him back again, the one and only Jaden J. Hill.
Thanks, Pistols. Goldie, great to be here. Love your work, Pistols. It's a lovely intro there. This is going to be a great game between Mount Lofty and Nairne. Great to be back and back here at Nairne. Obviously not as windy as it was last time we were here when it was Harndorf and Nairne taking on, but yeah, it should be a cracking contest. The average margin is 40 points between these two teams since 2014, so hopefully it's a lot closer than that.
And once again we have the usual wonderful nous of producer Will Laws and Master Lensman James Davis adding to all the technical side of things here. So, and of course big thanks to our Call of the Wild team sponsors, media supporters, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive Dartfish, and of course HFL sponsors Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarkets, West End, Sports Power, Sharon, the Courier newspaper, good read guaranteed, Rossdale Homes, Think Road Safety, and of course Sports Centre, and of course the valuable match day sponsors for the respective clubs. I believe if we can get them up on the screen, Jaden J.
Take us through it, Jade.
They look rather interesting.
Yep, so Salute Better Solutions, Barker Boy Fresh, Closey's Supermarkets, Qube Logistics, Howard Vineyard, Adelaide Hills and Carmen Concreting and Excavations, Pistols.
And for the Mount Lofty Football Club, Benny.
24 Fit, Duxton, Capital Australia, BMD and Arkabar Hotel.
So, as we said, here in the box, I know, and obviously those people joining us throughout our global stream, and also on Lofty 88.9 FM.
2:30.
Really looking forward to this as one of the games of the minor round, boys. At the moment, second place Rams versus the third-ranked Devils. They're a win apart. Mount Lofty coming under some pressure to retain their double chance. They actually sit equal on points scored, Jaden J. Hill, but the Nairne hold a remarkable 419 excess points scored over the Devils, which is actually the highest in the competition.
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting, Pistols, to see how these two teams go. Last time was a 32-point margin. It was quite a deadlock before the third quarter where it just opened up for Mount Lofty and they were able to get the chocolate. So repeating that previous score, round 5 of 2023, it was 8-10-58. Nairne losing to Mount Lofty, 13-12-90 with Sam McTaggart playing a great game. As well as Tyson Hone, he got the Archies and Beanie that day as well. So.
I think if I recall, sorry Jaden, the Devils actually kicked 8 goals to 1 in the second half. Yep. So, Nairne here, this is their fortress. They've only had the one loss previous to this season, that of course is against Harndorf.
Yep.
Interesting stat here, Jaden, because I know you love it. This will blow your mind. This will be very interesting. Hourigan, Drew and Connolly have kicked 122 goals between them, the three power forwards for Nairne. The total of the Devils players selected today is 117. So do we have three blokes just take on Mount Lofty? But I just think the goal scoring options that the Rams possess may swing the game their way.
Yes, I like it. I like a lot, Pistols. It's interesting you say that because since 2014, Mount Lofty have scored an extra 325 more points against Nairne. So since 2014, so it's interesting that this year Nairne have three blokes that can really hit the scoreboard, and it is a dangerous trio down there. They've got Harry Hollow there today as well, so he'll add some firepower down forward, no doubt. Because
as we know, Benny, in the recent weeks, Mount Lofty have been running at something like 40% conversion rate, so they certainly need to tighten up. Look, they were good last week and brave in the game against Harndorf, but Harndorf just getting over the edge of them in the end. But as we see, started off as we said, great conditions here, and for the Mount Lofty senior teams, it's sort of it's going to be a challenge for them at the moment. Their reserves team are actually trailing their lower ranks. I think it's 5th versus 3rd in this game, and the reserves at the moment, Nairne-Bremer 10-6 are leading Mount Lofty 5-4. So pretty handy lead as we come up to the 10-minute mark in the last quarter. So Nairn could be looking for a senior double here. Now, Benny, as usual, you're out and about pre-match.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't move from this chair. Actually, people came to me in this.
Nice segue.
No, I didn't really step out of the.
Just get rid of that in the script.
No, no. No, we had a chat. I was out and about. Pistols. Just got to say, goals have been kicked towards the other end of the ground in this quarter.
Callington, Bracunga.
That's it. Similar last time. Anyway, I had a chat to Dale Eichner, coach of Nairn, and also Michael Borden, Mount Lofty coach. So We'll go with Dale Eichner first. His thoughts on the Rams today as they head into this big clash against Mount Lofty. Dale. And welcome to Qube Logistics Oval here in Nairn. Big clash between the second-ranked and third-ranked sides on the ladder. Nairne-Bremer United up against Mount Lofty. Pre-game chat here with Dale Eichner. Nice conditions here, Dale. Slight breeze. Your thoughts on today's contest?
Well, compared to the last few weeks, dry oval and no rain is quite welcome. So, interesting day. Second versus third. Lofty got us last time, so just looking to continue on building the team and improving on last week and see what happens.
Have you seen the form since we last chatted, since the mid-season break? You had matches against Harndorf, Lobethal, obviously last week as well against Achunga. Have you seen it?
After the break, I think the 2 buys and the weather makes it harder for guys to stay really enthused. So it's quite a challenge to keep them up for the whole year. We got through some games there. We lost to Harndorf, obviously. Had a tough one against Lobe. Got over that all right. But last week, I think the guys got a bit of mojo back and started playing some of the footy we wanted them to play. So I was actually quite pleased with last week, and hopefully we can continue to build on that this week.
Last time you played Mount Lofty, as you said, a little bit of undiscipline in the second half, I think, if I remember correctly, and couldn't quite get the chocolates against the Devils. How important was that for learning experience for the guys?
Very. We'd come off a couple of big wins. Probably got a bit ahead of ourselves and started quite well that day actually, and then undisciplined, 3 or 4 goals from penalties and a red card, and we sort of addressed that then. I'm pretty pleased to say since then, we've been very, very good as far as discipline, and hopefully that needs to continue today because, basically it can cost you badly if you don't. So, so the challenge is just to play our footy, get it on our terms, and then continue on.
How do you like to go about it pre-game with the lads? What time do you arrive?
Normally half-time of the B grade we have a quick chat. Then they go out with their line coaches, which we found very good this year. They get plenty of feedback, plenty of information. 3/4 time they'll come out. We're lucky enough here to have an oval to warm up last quarter, so normally they got them to themselves pretty much with about 5 minutes to go. They come back in and we set up from there. So, but normally we do a fair bit on a Thursday night where they have a lot of information pre-game. So instead of trying to work it all out on one day.
Yep.
So not too many road scholars running around out there. So.
Josh Dodd back in the lineup last week. How important is his inclusion?
Josh is very, very good footballer. Came back last week, played forward, found a lot of space. He's very quick. He's probably our best pressure forward with Drewy. Does a lot of tackling, but he hits the scoreboard too. So extremely important to have him back. Still got a couple of others out, but the challenge for us is to keep getting better. So. It's really good that we've had young guys step up and fill spots and fit in with the team play, and it's been really pleasing to just see that they've adjusted to what our game plan and structure is, and enjoy it. main thing is they've got to enjoy it and feel part of it.
At this time of year, obviously, most recently at Torrens Valley, reaching the grand final. What are you looking for at this time of the season?
Look, we've started to build a bit on the track, but it's really that dead spot where you got to try and build momentum going forward, put some steadying touches in, try and get some consistency in the next 2 or 3, 4 rounds going into finals. Obviously, we'll play finals. We want to hang on. Our goal is to hang on to, finish top 3 at the start of the year. So that is a big goal, just to try and finish top 3. But just hopefully, the weather improves. Training numbers, I noticed on Thursday, training numbers jumped up by quite a few. Obviously, both teams should be playing in the finals, which makes a difference. But really, just bettering our craft and getting better at what we know will win us games of football. So that's the next month is quite important in setting that up.
All right, Dave. Well, all the best today against Mount Lofty.
Thanks, Benny.
Have
I'll
a good
enjoy
one.
it and hopefully have a good result. So.
Yeah, boards.
Yes,
Mount Lofty
Benny.
coach joining us here from Qube Logistics Oval in Mount Lofty. Nice day weather-wise. We've had some windy days here, some wet days, but overall it's a nice day. Your thoughts?
Mate, it's a beautiful day and the oval looks fantastic. So, Nairne have obviously done a real good job because there's a lot of muddy ovals at the moment. This looks real good.
Start of the year, if I said you'd be in the top 3, I'm guessing you would have taken that at the moment?
Yeah, definitely would have. Definitely would have. Obviously set ourselves a task of making the finals. And we need to keep winning and need to keep improving. We're not satisfied with what we've done, but we're not unhappy with where we're sitting either.
Where are some areas for improvement from the guys as we head towards the finals?
Oh, with a bunch of young blokes, we obviously need to keep working on that concentration. We play a good side last week like Harndorf, and then sort of lose that concentration early. They put 3 goals on you in 5 minutes, and that really hurts. And our goal kicking is obviously a massive area for improvement. We're getting plenty of inside 50s. We just can't do enough damage on the scoreboard. So working a lot on our goal kicking, working a lot on our concentration, working a lot on that play every minute of the game.
A large portion of that first half of the season, obviously the little master Sam Miles was missing in action, but he's starting to really click into gear now, as you'd expect, especially that last game against Harndorf.
Yes.
And he's aiming, obviously, to play finals first time from out there. When his importance for this side.
Yeah, Sam was great last week. He's very important for the team, both on game day and at training, because he's a real leader, uses his voice well. The boys really respect him, and it was unfortunate that he couldn't play early in the year, but I'm hoping that that's going to keep him fresh and mean that as we are hitting those finals, that Sam's still fresh and he can do a lot of damage for us in September.
In terms of the midfield, you happy with how that's functioning?
Midfield's going okay. Been really working on their 2-way running and their tackling. We've got a couple of real good tacklers in there, but we need more boys to be tackling more often, so that if we're not getting the clearance, we need to make sure that we cause another stoppage and then go again.
Defence
has been good. Yeah, defence has been good. Relies a lot on your midfield. He plays well, the defence plays well because the ball doesn't come in so cleanly.
Forwards?
Would like more goals out of them. Yep. They're doing a lot of things right, but they need to be finishing off their opportunities, because the backs are doing a hell of a lot of work to stop the opposition from scoring. The mids are getting the ball in there. We need the forwards to be putting the icing on the cake for us. 2
of the best wingmen in the competition, you'd say?
Yes. Having Sam and Cole run well, and they just keep running all day, and they're both very good with their delivery. So you would hope on a day like today on this oval they should be able to get a fair bit of space, so we need to use them.
What's your take on Nairne?
Oh, look, they're a good side. Nairne are a very good side. They've got a lot of good players out there, so we're going to need to be on our best game today. And we just need to make sure we're applying the pressure, because if they get away from you, they can do some real damage.
And Tomo back in the lineup, importance for him in this side?
Oh, Tomo's such an important guy for us. Not just from a playing point of view. He's a real leader of the boys. He brings some really good energy. He never gives up, and he's just so selfless. Like, like he really sacrifices his own game for that of the team. And Darcy's such a good player, so I think Bo and Darcy standing each other today should be a real highlight of the game.
Terrific. Thanks, boys. Always appreciate it.
No worries, Benny.
And welcome back live to Qube Logistics Oval in Nairne, a sun-drenched Qube Logistics Oval. You can see there, what a magnificent rural shot here. Jeff Bastola with you, Jaden J. Hill and Benny Goldfinch for the call of the Wild team for today's big round 14 Hills Football League A-grade clash between Nairne-Bremer
That Mike Pfeiffer? No, sorry.
and Mount Lofty.
We've got the VIP park here, Pistols and Jaden.
Oh,
Just
absolutely.
to our right.
Now, so conditions out here are marginally, well, I wouldn't say marginally, but a lot better than the last two times we've been here, boys. Of course, last year's grand final, when it was more suited to land sailing, land yachting, I'd suggest, and also the Courier Cup final a couple of weeks ago, Nairne and Hahndorf, it was blowing a bit. But as the siren has just sounded on the reserves game, and we'll just wait, here's a goal. But makes no difference as Nairne-Bremer 11-6 have defeated Mount Lofty 7-6, so a 4-goal margin in favour of the Rams. So as I mentioned, Jaden J, I think it was fifth, the Rams taking on the higher ranked, the second place Devils. So a good win there for the Rams, 4-goal over a higher ranked side, and certainly will set them up for a bit of confidence leading into the main game here this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. So Mount Lofty were on 20 points and Nairne on 16 points before today. And now, obviously, Nairne will be at 18 points. So it'll be really interesting to see if Blackwood won today as well. And if Uradler won in the B grade today, then they would jump Mount Lofty. So, yeah, that's quite an interesting result to transpire in the top 5 of the B grade.
Now,
So, yeah.
Sorry, mate. As we talk about the conditions here, now, because being a past premiership play here, because I know last time we were here, we spent about half an hour. You showing me your photo in there on the premiership photo wall. But just tell us about the conditions here, how you think it'll play out.
Well, like I said before, it's not as windy as it was grand final day.
Keep the pants on today.
But the flag, the flag is actually is starting to blow a little bit more. So, and the Nairne-Bremer flag there too. So, it'll be very interesting to see if the wind does hold up. And like Goldie said, goals are going to be paramount on that far side of Brakunga side. So, it is quite interesting, especially when it's windy, to run up the hill here at Nairne-Bremer. So hopefully the wind holds up and makes it easier for the players, and we get a good game of footy, because both teams play really good styles of footy, high scoring. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how these two teams go today.
Of course, when we come to the footy at Hills Football League, love to get the final siren. And last couple of weeks, really been interested by the scribing of Benchwarmer Div 1 preview. And this is what Benchwarmer had to say this week about the Nairne-Bremer Mount Lofty game. An enticing rumble between the stripes. Both are set to make long-awaited final appearances. The Rams first in Division 1 and will be keen for a top 3 berth. Actually sit equal on defensive output, but Nairne hold vastly superior frothing attack. I've got to get my THs there. Frothing attack potential. Very good. Midfield holds here one of the no-hold-barred games of 2023. This is very good, isn't it, Jaden? Mount Lofty rocked the Rams with 8-1 after half-time in round 5. Could be an important tactical battle between the shrewd opposing coaches, Eichner and Borden, as we had pre-game. Nairne have just a solitary loss at home this season, which indicates a tough job ahead of the Devils. And Benchwarmer predicted Nairne by 3 goals. Who's your pick, Jaden?
I'm going to go the Rams by 14 points. So just under the 3-goal margin that Benchwarmer said. But yeah, how about you, Pistols? You're going to take a pick? What do you reckon? How do you reckon the day is going to transpire here today?
Well, obviously, as we watch the big Das Froth King Hourigan have a shot at goal. He's on 63, I think, for the season so far. As I said, himself, Drew and Connolly having kicked 120, what's the stat? 22 goals between them. The Devils' entire team has kicked 117. So Mount Lofty need to really tighten up those guys. But it's going to be a great midfield battle here. I just think just the edge in attack and look, they'd be absolutely, to use the terminology, spewing after that round, that first meeting, and when they actually coughed up at half time, and they said 8-1 in the second half. And perhaps it was just a bit of a reality check at that stage, boys, for Nairne. They were travelling pretty well. So I just think on their home turf here today, where I mentioned they've only lost the one game to Harndorf, have beaten everyone on their home ground. Yes, I think 18 to 24, so between 3 and 4 goals in favour of the Rams for me.
Interesting call. I think, as you said, the team's just warming up here at the moment. I think that game between Mount Lofty and Nairne, like you said, Pistols was a reality check for the Rams, but I think it showed what Mount Lofty could do, and obviously they had that big first quarter and first half against Lobethal as well, and that showed the competition what Mount Lofty are all about.
We're just watching the toss here in the centre of the ground. Scott Bowe and Trevor Morrison, the officiating central umpires, and Brock Knott just having a word there, umpire Scott Bowe. Don't know if he's just getting some interpretations, Benny. And of course we must mention Max Borowski, Bryson Wood, David Beedenkamp and Harvey Bryant are the Boundary Academy runners today. And the goals we have Alan Christian and Dylan Cameron waving the flag. So all in readiness now as both teams have retired to the various ends of the ground for their final warm-ups. Bit of body-on-body work there from the Rams. Very important game from, as I said, they've only dropped the one home game this season, and this is going to be a tough challenge, as I said. An anticipated 2 versus 3 contest here, so this will really tell us a bit about both sides. As you see, Brock Knott in the left-hand side of the group there, just addressing the troops, the big ruckman captain, who's led by pretty much example this year. So all in readiness for this round 14. Good crowd in the house, as you'd expect. As Jane J. Hill said, well, it's a bit more than a zephyr, but I'd reckon a 3 to 4 goal breeze, which will be favouring the right hand. And
we're live on Lofty 88.9 now, Pistols, Adelaide Hills Community Radio, so get amongst that as well.
And hope you enjoy your afternoon on Lofty, and stay tuned, because from 5 o'clock it's just a wonderful show as well.
Perfect this time of night.
Plus it'll lead into big tonight. You got the showdown, you got the Test cricket, and also you got the Bledisloe Cup.
Just noticing here, Trey Willis coming off along with Sheets betting for the Rams, and just trying to pick up the Mount Lofty players also who are coming to the interchange bench. Looks like Healy coming off their Pistols.
Yep, Jerry Healy. Maxi Biggs. And the iridescent orange boots. Just needing to turn around. Yep. Tyler Borman.
Yep, back in the lineup today. Apparently very promising forward for Mount Lofty.
All right.
Previously played for Bridgewater as well.
So it looks like Nairne will win the toss and go with the advantage of the win in the opening term here. So all in readiness now. Scott Bowe holds the ball aloft or away. Called to wild round 14 action. Rams v Devils. Grundy gets the first hand of the ball, taken by Knott though. His opposition gets it forward. Little short kick. Taken here by Hollow. In the action up towards Hourigan. And on the lead already. Into the action is Big Das. And we've got 17 seconds expired. And the big man has kicked, 63 already for the season. Will have his first shot on goal here, Benny.
Well, they're kicking towards the wind-assisted end in this first term. So we're right behind it here, Das.
So hopefully James Davis has lassoed himself on top. We've got the safety cable going. Don't want him to blow off, so right behind us.
So Das Hourigan with the first shot goal for the Rams for this big clash against Mount Lofty. And he's, you can see the breeze just taking it out of bounds on the full there, Jaden. So we get a good look at the breeze or the wind to start this one. So the Devils can set up camp here from the defensive area. Umpire Scott Bowe on screen. Officiated in last year's grand final between Harndorf and Lobethal. Reliable SNFL experience as well. Jamie Drew without the blonde locks at the moment, number 11.
Needs a bit of a top-up, I think.
So Harry Weeks, he'd be looking for a big game. One of the superstar players for the Devils. Kicks it out towards the half-back flank. Wynn holds it up. High flyer was Grundy over the back though. Here's a chance for the Rams. Cut out Eckerman. Handball. Tried to slap it on there was Reed. and it's going to be held up edge of the defensive square there. Adam Carthew into the action with a nice tackle on Rupchik. Half forward line for the Rams.
So, ball up. Grundy was a leaper. Stone ground was not. Ball comes down. Here's Alex Weeks trying to bust his way through in typical fashion. The lofty skipper. Umpire Morrison on the spot said no prize. So we'll go again with a ball up. So once again, Not takes the ball, gets it down. Here's a chance around the corner to Benny Powell. Kick is smothered nicely by Adam Carthew, number 22, back in the Devils lineup, senior lineup this afternoon. So out over the boundary line. So we will have a ball in from the academy boy.
Just Josh Sykes, obviously the key goal kicker from Mount Lofty. He's opposed to Liam Swiderski here in the attacking 50 for the Devils. Looks like Swiderski wearing number 51.
Good pick up, Benny. I was just saw that when they ran out and thought, oh, it's this guy.
Wes Week playing on the key defender Lockie May as well. So it'll be a good matchup.
So high pitch in, ball comes down, Devil goes
Good
forward. And
there,
here he's
Thompson.
back in the side this afternoon, Mr. Reliable Nick Thompson, who missed last week, the defensive.
Good setup here, Jade.
Yeah, brilliant.
Couple of deck chairs.
Gee whiz, yeah, bit of camping going on there. The camp
community.
chairs and deck chairs.
Well, they've apparently been
Got
here
the
since
thermos out
Wednesday. Yeah.
Boundary throw in, half forward line for the Rams. Darcy Hurrigan first shot at goal. Grundy trying to pick it up there, as you'd expect. Tight start. Jamie Drew looking to force the issue there. Is that high? Umpire lets it go.
No, good umpire. He's letting it flow. Umpire
Yep.
blow.
So half forward line, sunny conditions. Few clouds, but overall lovely conditions here as we head towards the finals. Still about a month to go. Over a month to go. And it's still held up. Half forward line for the Rams. 4 minutes gone. Scores 0-0 as you'd expect. Tight start.
So you can see the Rams goal face there. Eckerman trying to bust his way through. Adam Eckerman. 2 Eckermans out there this afternoon on the opposing teams. And 2 Adam Eckermans. Oh, sorry, Ash Eckerman for the Devils. Adam Eckerman for the Rams. Once again, umpire Bowes comes in and will ball it up. So as you can see, Nairne into attack here.
Tony Filkey making his first stride out to the middle there. The runner for the Rams.
Just past premiership coach in their last season, or second last season at Div 2. And of course, mentioning that, Rams will be historically playing their first Division 1 finals in a month's time. So well done after they've come up. So good defensive work there by McTaggart to sport the marking attempt there by Damon Arnold. So out over the boundary line. Once again, good crowd, as you can see in the background, in the back of the utes, with the SUV. So pretty pleasant afternoon here in the hills, as opposed to the last few.
Tight start to this one. Dangerous position. Here's a tie off the ground. I reckon it's Harry Hollow.
Yes, I think you're right.
Opportunist goal. So eventually the pressure has mounted there, and Hollow, opportunist goal there. Jaden has kicked the first goal for the Rams. We'll just have maybe a look at the replay there, Will, if possible. Good start, Jaden.
Sure is. Well done by Hollow, and he actually had a field day against Mount Lofty. That was in round 6, 2021. He kicked a few goals, him and Das combined, and
yes,
yeah. So at Goat Park there, and he's done it again, and he adds some good firepower, like I said pre-game, to the great forward line of Nairne with Hurrigan and Drew as well, and Connolly. So well done to Hollow. Good start.
So back in the middle. Good start for the Rams, as Jaden said. Wimpress around the action. He's set upon in a tackle there by Tyson Hone, who Jaden presented with a pair of Archies and Dartfish beanie in the corresponding match earlier in the season for his game. Held up. Grundy versus Knott in the ruck. Two talented ruckmen in the Div 1 competition go at it. Aerial ping pong eventually flicks out. Here's a go for Ben Powell. He's been in good form since coming back from Sturt. The Devils, though, look like they're trying to counter-attack here. Pistols.
Yeah, nice. Harry Weeks is very, very effective in midfield and up forward, obviously. Starting perhaps in a defensive role here this afternoon against that wind. So he was involved in that passage of play, so just to cut off that attack temporarily. So, Harry Boy pitches in high ball. Grundy. Ball comes to ground level. Big knot over the top there. Also at ground level getting involved. Looked like it was Rupchik. Good to see him back in the lineup. So umpire Bow on the spot will ball it up. So a bit of congested footy at the moment. As you expect, as both sides sorting themselves out here. Grundy once again getting involved. Handball out here. Comes to Arnold, under pressure, lost possession. And
Great tackle.
Yeah, good tackle. Balls there. So Devils chip it forward into the hands of Grundy. Not 10, I think the umpire called. So, so scampering down hands and knees at one stage was Hone. Drew getting involved, also Ash Eckerman, so we'll have another ball up from umpire Scott Bowe. So up they go again. Grundy flicks it out. Once again, tackle applied there. Almost a rolling pack rugby style of footy, perhaps on the eve of the Wallabies clash tonight, Jaden, at the MCG. So umpire Bowe once again will earn his money.
Wind just picking up a bit here, going towards the Rams' end of the ground. Here's Wimpress, wheels onto that left boot, kicks it into the forward line. Hourigan stays at ground level and takes the mark, does he? Against Thompson.
The back. Yes, there was two Devils flying there and they read the ball perfectly in the wind, Benny. And Das just behind the pack, and in the end really, a straightforward chest mark for him. You can see on the screen, virtually at the top of the goal square. So you think he had no trouble posting his first goal of the game.
So directly in front. As you see, Lockie Cross behind the goals there, just telling him where to kick to. So Das should steer this one through for the second goal for the Rams. So Harry Hollow with a goal, and now Darcy Hourigan. Jaden, 9 minutes gone. The Rams lead 2 goals at Mount Lofty yet to score.
Yeah, they're dominating the scoreboard and also dominating the stats here, boys. So 11 kicks to 4 in favour of the Rams. 16 tackles to 10 though in favour of Mount Lofty, but that's because Nairne have had more of the ball. So interesting to see here. 3 marks to 0. I don't think Mount Lofty's taken a mark yet. So hit out 6 to 5 in favour of Grundy there in Mount Lofty, but the kicking stats, Nairne are just dominating here.
I think Benny is right. We're at the Sean Tate bar end of the ground, and the flagpoles in front of us are certainly building up a bit of a flutter now. So that breeze has actually lifted. There's a big barrier to barrel from Knott, puts the ball forward. Coming to meet it is Eckerman around the corner up the line, finds Kai Tucker. Tucker goes inboard and finds a teammate there.
Aish.
Might be Aish. Aish quickly goes across. He's got the run here of Carthew. Coughs it up, but good enough to get out. Handballs off to the racehorse, Ian McTaggart. Gives it back to teammate here. Now here's Miles with a high kick forward, but Lockie May, as he's done so many times already this season, takes a good intercept mark. Probably the premier defender in the competition at the moment, Benny.
Yes. Defensive 50. May kicks it out towards the Nairne interchange bench, so that'll be a kick for Mount Lofty through Ash Eckerman, just near the Rams coaching staff. The Brains Trust. Ash Eckerman kicks the ball. As you can see, the ball holding up in the wind there, and Ben Powell in a good position takes the mark, half-back flank. So similar conditions to the Harndorf-Nairne game when we were last here, except it's not raining, it's sunny, but certainly windy. Kick towards the half-forward line, and that's gone out of bounds. So I reckon it'll be last touch again, and that'll go to Fabio Thompson.
Ash, you're quite right about it. The earlier games, because there were some goals kicked in the reserves and Colts games. As we said, last year's grand final, there was only one goal kicked to the left of screen. But the wind has certainly lifted since the start of the A grade, so it'll be a tough game for the Devils. Here's a chance, ball comes forward. Svedetsky in front, kept the ball in front. Here's a chance for Hone. Goes to ground, flicks the ball out. Tackle there was Willis, the tray variety. Comes back to Svedetsky. The squid is all wrapped up there.
Good
over
tackle.
the boundary line, right in front of the Devils coaching group. As you see, appealing for a holding the ball decision, but umpire Morrison not going to change his mind. So the academy boy, as you just see the flagpole just in the vision there, just buffeting around, so it gives you an idea of the breeze strength here.
Half-forward line for Devils, so they're working it towards the half-forward line. They're going to be last touch off. Oh, hello, she's on. I thought it was. Oh, no, just a few players just clicking heels there, pistols, as Wimpress came off the ground, just tripping over each other there. So it'll be won't be last touch, even though Big Knott punched it towards the boundary line, just the wind carrying it there onto towards the wing. So looks like there's Borneman's back on. So is that right, Tyler Borneman? Or Sanderson? Anyway, we'll get to that shortly. Kick towards the half-forward line. Devils looking to clear here. So Kai Tucker with the ball. Works the ball out towards the wing. And umpire Bowe around the contest has a good view of it, says I'll have it. So 12 minutes gone. Nairne-Bremer United 2 goals. Mount Lofty yet to score. Goal kickers so far, Harry Hollow and, of course, Darcy Hourigan.
I think it's actually 2-1. Darcy
2-1.
missed that shot.
Yep.
So, ball comes out here. Loose ball. Held up there. Good tackle applied there. I think that's Eckerman.
That was out in the full, that first shot.
Was it?
Yeah.
My apologies. So,
That's right.
Adam Eckerman. This time he puts the direction to Darcy. See what he can do this time. But standing his ground, taking mark. Good defensive mark, the young man and Tucker. So Tucker nurses up the line. Finds Carmody there, the former Morph Gambier boy, the bone digger. Goes across rather dangerously. We'll just cough it up. There's a chance for Hourigan. We'll sit for him. He's got support from Archer Conley, the zone boy. Try to bend it back, but it went straight across in front. But here's a chance for Hollow, the will of the wisp. Lifts the eyes, puts in direction of teammate, but McTaggart fortuitously chips in, takes a cut-out mark.
Yep, gets it onto Declan Carmody on the left boot, kicks it out towards the wing, but that's almost chopped out there by Arnold. Reasonable period here by Mount Lofty. Haven't conceded over the last few minutes. Out aside, no player in the forward half of the ground at the moment for the Devils. They're all congested around the stoppage situation here on the Gumtree wing. 13 minutes gone. Nairn 2 goals. Mount Lofty yet to score as Eckerman. He's got a few touches early. Just throws the ball on the boot out towards the wing. May went up, down at ground level. Here's a chance for the Rams to try and work it out. Oh, great work, Tyson Ho. Gets it out to Alex Weeks. Got a handball away. Here's Wes Weeks. Tried to take on a couple of Rams. Eventually it comes off, and that's a free kick.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Bormland, former Sturt under-18. Young man back in the side this afternoon. In the orange boots. Waste no time, hands it off to Eckerman. Gets it back to Bormland, the old 1-2. Goes short here, finds Alex Weeks, the skipper. He'd just be on the edge of the 50-metre arc. So the first chance for a real true deep advantage attack here for the Devils. They set the ball up. Tall timber back there. Comes down here to Powell, assisting the defence. Flicks out the handball to the run there of Josh Freeman. Takes the ball forward. Chance here for Conley, but he's outnumbered by the Devils. Although good pressure there. Oh, coming in with Hourigan. Good tackle applied and paid for holding the ball. So they did well there. I thought Conley was outnumbered, but Hourigan coming out to help him. So big Darcy here. Actually, he's got, with the wind behind his back, you might fancy his chances here, but still take one of his best kicks. Already having one goal for today. I think that's 64 for the season. So can, over 5 rounds, get close to that century mark. Of course, finals this year in the equation also for Nairne-Bremer. So for the first time in Division 1 ranks. So right behind Darcy is cameraman James Davis. Runs out wide. Will he hook it back? Top of the square's got the carry. Off hands and through for the first minor score this time.
That's right.
Scored by Darcy. So 2-1 plays the Devils yet to score here as we've played 15 minutes on the quarter. I'll trust you enjoying the coverage here on Filming Footy.
So Ash Eckerman with the ball. Defensive area for Mount Lofty. Squeezes the ball out. Got it to Thompson. And eventually rushes it out of bounds. So they've moved it towards the half-back flank here, Mount Lofty. Boundary throw-in. Sun-drenched Qube Logistics Oval here in Nairn. We've gone 16 minutes. Nairne-Bremer United 2-1. Mount Lofty yet to score. Boundary throw-in. Half-forward line for the Rams. Oh, great work there. Shrugged aside the opponent. Kicked the ball deep inside 50. Ball hits the deck. Wimpress around the contest. Tried to get the handball out to Swiderski. This way, that way. Ball spills out. I think that's holding the ball, though.
Yep.
It'll be a free kick here for the Devils. So they work the ball out towards the half-back flank. Once again, the wind taking it out of bounds. Carmody can't quite track that one down. So the Devils will look to bring it back in through Kurt Waterman. Rams, I should say.
So Waterman, the vice-captain. Of course, past Crow's top-up player. He's got a short lead here. Intended target was Connolly. Cut off, though, by the Devils. Picked up here at ground level was Wimpress. Held up, so umpire Scott Bowe will come and ball up. So Nairn, as they've done for the majority of this opening term so far, Healy uses his body well, pushing into their forward arc. Ball held at grain load. The Tigerish Tyson Hone getting involved there. Nil draw calls umpire Bowe. So once again, we will have a ball up.
Tough start. Archer Connolly looks like he's just copped a low blow there behind the play. Slowly struggling a little bit. Just, keep an eye on Archer. Obviously a key player for the Rams lineup. As you see, he's just grimacing behind the play. Slowly getting to his...
bit like the Nigerian goal scorer the other night. Just copped the boot in the midriff, which not too good.
Half forward line for the Rams. Carmody, Eckerman on the attack. Couldn't quite reel him in. Into the middle of the ground. How's the ball... Bounce ball, well that's beautiful stuff by Lockie May on the left boot, kicks it towards the half forward line. Oh, trying to get it on quickly there was Liam Swiderski. Good attack on the ball, McTaggart. Wes Weeks attacking the ball. The Rams looking to work it out here for a Yench as he held on to. Umpire says no, and the scrum formation forms there on the wing.
In the shadows. Just interested to see in the last Saturday in July in the Adelaide Hills. Complete contrast to the weather we had last week. So the sun out here, almost spring-like conditions, although a little bit chilly, and the breeze factor is pretty strong at the moment. Ball comes out here, Carmody, around the corner, high kick by Miles. Camped under it and taking defensive markers Powell, but in the meantime looks like a downfield free kick has been paid. So looks at Wes Weeks with the resultant free kick. He puts the ball out here to the lead of Sykes. He's got a couple of beat coming across with May. Follows up nicely, as I said, the informed defender of the competition. That's a beautiful pass up the line to Powell.
Yep, off we go. Kick forward by the Rams. Oh, here's a player bursting onto the action and kicks the goal. Was that Wimpress? Sensational. So there you go, Jaden. As you like.
There we go, yeah. So 27 kicks to 25 in favour of the Rams. So Mount Lofty have caught up there, but handballing. So the Rams have had 10 handballs and Mount Lofty's had 22. So 12 more handballs to the Devils. I think it's just Nairne have the wind advantage, just getting the ball forward. Brock Knott's been hitting the ball forward in the ruck as well. So their intentions are pretty clear at the moment as well. And 8 marks each as well. But it's the centre clearances. Nairne have won 3-0. So it'll be interesting to see in the centre clearance if Mount Lofty can win it.
And once again, started by the rebound of Lockie May. I tell you what, when you got 6'6", 6'7" size bloke who's so athletic playing across half back, he'll set up a lot of attacks. Here's a chance again.
He doesn't actually have an opponent at the moment.
And meanwhile, Mount Lofty boy in trouble in the centre circle is at Grundy. We'll wait and pick up on that. The ball goes forward. There's a chance here looming out. There was Drew. Ball bounced so top. Oh, Will of the Wisp stuff there around the corner.
Missed.
But missed it.
Just slowly getting to his feet here, Grundy. Hasn't actually got to his feet yet. He hurt his hip.
Right in the centre circle.
Oh, he might have got a low blow as well. He's right.
Actually, it's Jerry Healy.
Jerry Healy.
Yep. Will Healy. So ball brought back in by Fabio Thompson. You can see it hold up in the breeze. Over the top is Big Sheik's Button. Over the top of Grundy, who's made a remarkable recovery.
Yeah, he's right.
Mistaken identity. We apologise for that.
So half forward line for the Rams. 21 minutes gone. 3-2. Mount Lofty yet to score. Rams kicking with a handy, probably 2 or 3 goal wind, you'd say. Not as intense as last year's grand final, but it picks up every now and then. Looks like Josh Sarakatnich now on Josh Sykes. So Liam Swiderski pushing up the ground for the Rams. So half forward line for the Rams here. Alex Weeks with the ball. Cleared it into the middle of the ground. Good smother there by Cross. Weeks, bit of an airy. Edging towards the centre square. The centre circle, I should say. And umpire Bo says, I'll have it.
It's just interesting to stage the left of the screen, which you can't see there. Is 2 players, one from each. Sykes and his immediate opponent, as we said, Katnich. The rest are all around the ball, so it just shows you the defensive Mount Lofty just to block up the right-hand side of the screen to which Nairne-Bremer are kicking this first term, aided by the breeze. Ball held in there. Tackle applied there. So once again, umpires will come in and ball up. Umpire Scott Bowe, so Brock Knott gets the ball out wide. There's Drew. Has a shot, and I tell you what, the sharpshooter, but on this occasion has pulled it wide. But 3-3 Nairne-Bremer Rams, leading the Devils yet to get on the board. 21 and a half minutes gone here in the opening term of round 14 Hills Football League Division 1 action.
Oh.
I tell you what, that's Craig Barnes stuff with Rick Davies years ago at Football Park.
Well, they were ex-teammates at Harndorf, premiership teammates. He's laced him out there.
Ash Eckerman, he's sort of looking for the hole to jump into, I suggest, as he's laced out Darce with the kick out. So Darcy Hurrigan.
It's just an uncertainty of how to deal with the
wind.
The
Absolutely.
Wind.
So
do you go short? Do you go long? Do you go high?
We'll see if Darce can capitalise on his gift. So not going to be an easy kick here. It's the breeze pulling from left to right.
A triple change for the Rams.
So the left footer
kicks
has
goal.
read it very, very nicely indeed, if you don't mind. So Darcy Hurrigan has put his second and the Rams fourth on the board. And do we put
silver service
Ash Eckerman on the Goal King list for that one? An assist in basketball terms, Jaden?
I tell you what, that stuff actually reminds me of the 2006 grand final between West Coast and Sydney, where Luke Ablett kicked it across the goal straight to Ben Cousins, I reckon it was. So it wasn't across the goal, but unfortunately for Eckerman, it didn't pay off. And Big Darce kicked Nairn's fourth goal, so 31 kicks to 30 in favour of Nairne. Now, Mount Lofty's tackle pressure's been pretty good though, 34 to 27, but again, the centre clearances 4-0 in favour of the Rams.
So back in the middle, Rams on a bit of a roll. Wimpress to get to Ben Powell. McTaggart, good handball. Got it to Weeks in turn. Link up players got the ball to half forward line. Hone under pressure. Got it to Reed. He's under pressure. Great pressure from the Rams, stopping Mount Lofty moving the ball forward here. Reed eventually gets a kick around the body, but as Pistol said, that man, Lockie May, just reading the ball perfectly. The tallest man in the forward line or the defensive line down this end of the ground. Kicks it towards the half-back flank, taken there by Liam Swidert. Llewellyn. Who we saw against the Barkaroos a few rounds ago, had a fantastic game, won the Besterfield medal that day. Meantime, Eckerman, not the best kick, he's returned serve there, he's got it to Carmody, Sykes is the target, but there's Liam Swiderski, good handball out to Waterman, and the Rams should counter-attack here.
Well, actually, 4 Rams in that area against the 1 Devil, so we know how that's going to play out, and here's the ball with Trey Willis. Of course, Baden Willis missing. Ankle injury, I think. So Willis puts it forward. Big Darce up before accepts. That's before, and obviously giving the free kick away to Weeks. So Weeks wastes no time, comes across the ground out here, finds Eckerman. We'll see if this one finds a Devil. Yes, indeed, he'll be happy at that as he finds a Shermanator. Shermanator gives it to Carthew. Clever little kick forward.
Got to hold the ball up here because they've got no forwards.
Here's a chance now. It's Borneman. He did well there, as you said. Hold that in because he's won a free kick there for holding the ball. So
give their players some time to push up the ground here.
Yep. So get numbers ahead of the ball.
Kick towards the half forward line. 1-on-1 contest. Carmody versus May. Good crumbing there by Weeks on his non-preferred left boot. Good smother out of bounds. Good work there by Trey Willis.
You can see Alex Weeks pushing towards his 260th senior game. What a great warrior he's been. Just didn't look comfortable on that left foot.
Played the 250th against Lobethal. So boundary throw in, half forward line, not in the ruck versus Healy there. Ball eventually comes out. Here's Alex Weeks. That's gone 20 metres high. Hadn't gone forward at all. Eventually it's punched forward. Here's Trey Willis around the contest. Good work by Lockie Cross not to give away a free kick. Tyson Hone. Here's Lockie May once again. Ricocheted. It's gone towards the Rams end. But nice work. Jeez. Eventually the ball's kicked out of the contest and it's gone towards Eckerman, but that's quarter time. Jaden, good start by the Rams. Have they made the most of the win? We'll find out in the second term.
Yeah, for sure. It's quite an interesting stats column, really. 38 kicks each for both teams, so well done to both teams getting the kicking game going. But Mount Lofty's got the handballing game going as well. So well done to them. 33 handballs to 16, doubling Nairn's handballs. But it's the centre clearances that Nairn's won 4-1 here.
All right, you're on the call of the wild. Entertaining first term here. As we said, the Rams getting out 3-0 replies. So we'll be back shortly to see what Mount Lofty can do.
And just before we go, Pistols, if you listening on Call of the Wild or the Hills Football League Facebook page. Let us know where you're coming on from with
Absolutely.
comments.
We enjoy our Saturday
On
banter.
social media. Yep.
As Benny said, let us know where you're watching. And, of course, you're watching the Call of the Wild. Back shortly. All right, back here live at Qube Logistics Oval in Nairne. Quarter time, Hills Football League Division 1 A grade round 14 contest. As you see, Nairne-Bremer kicking with the win in that first term 4-3. 27, the Devils yet to get on the scoreboard, so they'll have their turn shortly with the Breeze. And as Benny said just before the break, if get involved with their socials, and we must say a big cheerio to someone who's actually sent us international.
The great man Salish is tuned in from the pool.
Yeah, the pool.
Fantastic.
Man, the Sherpa over there just doing a bit of groundwork. And also Sean Gould, of course, out here last year in grand final day, coached the Mount.
And I got to say, one of the all-time AFL greats, Darren Jarman, is watching this game as well from the club rooms, and he'd be keen to see what Darcy Hurrigan can do for this match. Pistols, I'm sure, along with Josh Sykes. So,
and also he's,
and of course,
being the uncle-in-law of Sammy Miles. Of course, so underway, term 2. Big leap was Grundy, gets the ball down. As the Devils already pushing forward, as they need to make up the 27-point deficit. Free kick paid there. So it'd be Llewellyn, exciting youngster. So Kent Llewellyn sets the ball up. He's charging out his Hurrigan, cutting it off. Still comes to Das. Grundy lurking. Hurrigan doing some work at ground level. Ball held up there, trying to bustle his way out was Weeks, but in the end, umpires ruled holding the ball against Das. So it'll be the Fabio man, Mr. Reliable. Thompson got it across to Harry Weeks. You can see the kick float away. We're right behind that one with the wind factor, and it enabled Waterman to intercept there for the Rams. So the Rams, kicking against the wind, have started very brightly here. Perhaps they can do something the Devils didn't.
How's about
that
the kick?
score?
That's not bad.
Ball comes to Llewellyn getting involved. Here's Weeks, Alex Weeks, once again trying to bundle his way through. Could it have been too high? Umpire Morrison says no, and locked up.
Trevor Morrison umpired Mount Lofty's match last week. Of course, we've got Scott Bowe. We'll get to the boundary umpire shortly. Uncontested there, Jamie Drew. That's the coat hanger. No? Okay. Maybe I saw it differently.
Maybe Duck the chutney.
Dutney Chutney.
Yes.
So umpire Morrison, one of the experienced campaigners in the Hills Football League umpiring group, throws the ball up. Grundy. Oh, Benny Powell nails it. That is fantastic. I'm not sure if we can get the replay. That is just brilliant stuff by last year's Sturt Reserves Premiership player and past Torrens Valley product. Obviously played at Rams now for quite a few years. Have a look at the work here from Powell. Works his way around Carmody. Bang!
Clinical finish by Powell, as you said. Past best and fairest winner here, returning to the club, as you said, after being a member of the Sturt Reserves Premiership.
Loves his off-road travelling as
Yeah,
well. Pistols.
He loves out Mount Torrens there where he lives, chasing the raccoons and the foxes and hunting. And
He's a fantastic
young
man.
interesting, as Jane would say. So the ball comes out here, pushed forward, quick handball, comes back to Rupchik. He's just possessed quickly. Still virtually in the centre circle was Carmody. He was wrapped up, no chance.
Take us through that goal, Jaden. That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely goal of the day so far. Dispersed the pack, took the advantage of Grundy's ruck work there. So well done to Power.
So ball comes out here, taken by Wimpress across the nearly half volleyed there by Llewellyn, Joe Root style. Round the corner, high kick. Connolly's the target, chipping in there and taking a very good mark was Alex Weeks. As we said, experienced campaigner. Puts the ball out in front of Wes Weeks.
Oh, Wesley. Good mark.
So the family combining there. So Wes Weeks quickly moves it astray. There's a chance out there.
Not sure about going wide to the pocket there, Pistols.
So taken away by Llewellyn. Sizes up his options, just shoots up the line and finds a teammate there in Josh Freeman.
So Freeman, meantime, he brings the ball in. Good attack. Is that Lockie May?
Absolutely.
He's fantastic early. Rubchik, meantime, laser-like pass, low and strong. Finds Llewellyn. I guess Nairne would have learnt too, similar to Harndorf, playing in these conditions a few weeks ago, of how to track it.
That's a good grab by Drew.
Jamie Drew, without the blonde locks, similar in early in the season, he had the blonde hair.
Billy Idle.
So he kicks the ball inside 50. Breeze not too holding up much, and Hourigan in the front position against Fabio takes the mark, and he'll go back, Jaden, and go for his third goal for the match after 2 in that first quarter. Great ball movement from the Rams.
Sure is, and here's a stat from the first quarter as well. It's actually the highest first quarter score for Nairne here at Nairne against Mount Lofty. It's actually the first time that Mount Lofty has been held scoreless against the Rams since 2014 as well.
So Darcy Hourigan, as Benny Goldfinch said, on the quarter wide here, lining up for his third. And 66 for the season. So big Darcy on that left foot.
Missed.
Has pulled it
to the
wide. So minor return for Darcy, but still good enough to increase their lead. So go to 5-4-34. Devils yet to get on the board here.
Archer Connolly just getting into Eckerman there.
Zone teammates a few weeks ago, Benny.
A little bit of push and shove
State
between the ex-teammates there at the Eastern Zone. Here we go. Meantime, Harry Weeks gets it to Alex Weeks. Kicks it high, under pressure. Carmody takes the mark. Got to move it quickly. Oh, it's gone though. Great tackle there by Lockie. Crossover. Oh no, free kick. Oh, good smother though. Here's a chance for the Rams. Nick Yentz with the smother and butters up and gets the kick out towards the wing. Connolly, we talked about him before. And it's gone out of bounds.
They're coming looking for the free kick there, Ash Variety, but umpire Morrison said no, we'll have the boundary throw. And so perhaps the Devils might have been better suited to go back and have that shot. They tried to move the ball on quickly, but ran into a bit of trouble. So ball pitched in. Grundy front position over the back. Gets the ball down. Alex Weeks ground level, working hard. Coming out also there. Good work by Damon Arnold.
Holding
the
the ball.
ex-Unley Jet boy. And also represented the Hills early this year against the River Murray. But the free kick is gone here. Mount Lofty through the ages of Jackie Reid. Puts it forward. Sykes territory. He's got a couple to beat. May once again with those Spectre Gadget arms. Gets the ball out to Yench. Yench with a long handball there.
Crisp.
Comes back to him. Intercepted there. Here's a chance for a high kick. Drifting towards over the boundary line. I think Wes Weeks did his best effort there to make sure it wasn't out on the full, if I'm right.
Off hands.
And it'll be off hands, scored by Benny Goldfinch. Trust you joined the call to Wild here. coming to you through Filming Footy on our global coverage.
34. That's all right. So boundary throw in, half forward line. So half forward line for Mount Lofty, yet to get a goal on the board. Good start to the turn by the Rams. They've already kicked the goal to Ben Powell. Kick towards the half forward line, cleverly fisted on, but once again the Rams defensive setup going well, and then they springboard forward with great hands and foot out towards the Froth King. Can pick it up here, can he? Toe poked it into a dangerous position. Damon Arnold, he's silky skilled. Good tackle though by Thompson. Wraps him up. Good energy there from Tomo. And he's got the ball half back flank. He's looking inboard here. Pistols dangerously.
Oh. Out here.
It's come off though.
Yep. There's a little marsh from Miles. Handballs over the top the run of McTaggart. The youngster sells a bit of candy, forced to get a handball. Comes back to Harry Weeks, who in turn gets the ball over the top to Aish. Gets out wide. Taken forward by Reed. Good build up by the Devils. There's a chance for Sykes. Gets support. He gets the ball back, but he's caught on his left foot there. Oh, great defensive work by Powell. He's all over the shop at the moment. Gets up to that man, Lockie May. So great defensive work in the back half by Nairne. And they're just miserly here, keeping the Devils to no score at the moment. Ball comes up the line. A good mark taken by Harry Weeks on the Gumtree wing.
Sheets betting on the ground. So Weeks goes forward into the pocket, and that's a good mark taken by Wes Weeks. He's taken some good marks in the first half, presenting nicely, as Pistol said.
Only got the one goal for the season, Benny, because former Devils junior, spent some time at Sturt and been residing in Queensland till making his way back to the warmth of Goat Park for this winter.
Yes. Wes Weeks goes for goal. And he's missed. So that's the first Devils score today. 9 minutes gone. 1 point. Rams 5-4. So Nick Yench kicks the ball from the defensive 50 out towards the half-back flank. Wind is still picked up. Looks like it's going across the ground. Here's a chance for Riley Grundy. So 9 minutes gone. Devils yet to get a goal on the board for the first half. Can they get one from this situation? Once again, Nick Yench mopping up. Tried to find the boundary line. Eventually does. And it's touched. Jaden, your thoughts so far?
Yeah, well, Mount Lofty have doubled Nairne's inside 50. So Mount Lofty's got 8 and Nairne's got 4. It's the first time for the game that Mount Lofty are leading that count. But the Rams have 22 kicks to Mount Lofty's 15.
So May doing the rock work. Got down to Powell. Powell in turn gets to the sheets betting. The boy from Lock caresses up the line. 1 grab, 2 grab and finds Eckerman. Playing his first A-grade game for the Rams this afternoon because the reserves playing coach and... played in a few competitions. Past male medalists can do it all. A very valuable experience acquisition to have come into your side, especially at this time of the season, because he'd be pretty chuffed with his reserves team performance earlier. 11-6 defeating Mount Lofty 7-6, so a good win to the lower ranked Rams. And at the moment, the senior side in charge here, 5-4 to 1 behind.
So centre wing, here's a chance for Wimpress. Kicked the goal in the first term out towards Hourigan. 1-on-1 versus Thompson. Miles mopping up. Got it to Big, swings around on the right boot for Mount Lofty out towards the interchange wing, but once again Ben Powell taking a chest mark. Low kick, that's how you do it, into the wind, finds Eckerman. Space was opened up for him to use that right boot, and he kicks it inside 50. Once again, Thompson with a good defensive spoil. Dangerous position, McTaggart to Miles. Little Master swings around on the left boot out towards Ace territory, goes past him. Opens an opportunity for Waterman, and he's gone out of bounds in the shade there of the old gum tree. Jaden, out of side, 5-4 to 1 point, 10 minutes and a half gone.
Yeah, correct. And 31 disposals for Mount Lofty, but 39 for Nairne in this second quarter, with Mount Lofty having the wind advantage. So that's an interesting stat there.
So ball taken away from that contest by Freeman. He goes forward towards Connolly territory, puts up the Dukes. Oh, stolen off hands by Drew. Swings onto the right boot, puts towards the top of the goal square. 1-on-1 here, Hourigan.
Good work, Thompson.
Thompson from behind, fisted the ball down. Crumbed it there, taken by Hollow, the will-o'-the-wisp, but unfortunately Miles had wrapped him up, so umpire will come in and board up. So just inside goal scoring zone here. McTaggart weaves his
great
way
work.
through. Good work, lifts the eyes. That's a good kick, but intercepted here by the
Jeez.
big man, big Tommy Betting.
He's just come on the ground. He got Yench running for it.
Yench lurking for the gimme. Here's the lead to the pocket, and Conley takes the mark right in front of the Sean Tate bar terraced.
Well, Darren Jarman sitting there today.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do a Darren Jarman here and convert. So Archer Conley, one of the three big guns up forward, has kicked 29 goals for the season. As we said, zone footballer this year in the State Country Championships win for the Eastern Zone. So former Manham Junior, tight angle, sets it on its way. It's big leap in the square and then has bounced through for, what's the decision here? We might have to go upstairs. Must have hit the behind post, so it'll be a boundary throw in right in front of the
Umpire
scoreboard.
Trevor Morrison just doing up his shoelaces here.
So right in front of the scoreboard, which reads 5-4 to 1 behind. 11 minutes gone, 11, nearly 12 gone here, second term. Devils needing a major, that's for sure.
Rams have started this quarter nicely. McTaggart kicks the ball out towards the Gumtree wing. That might be downfield there.
It is, indeed. Just a little bit of a love tap from Big Brock Knott on the junior.
Carmody finds Eckerman. Usually a good user of the ball. Sets his teammate Morby there a bit of an assignment versus Archer Connolly. And the Rams coaching staff happy there with Archer's work. So it'll be a boundary throw-in. Out of side or interchange wing. Just in front of Tony Filkey. Ready to get back out there again as the runner. 5-4 to 1 point. 13 minutes gone. Boundary throw-in towards the wing area. Once again, the Rams winning the possession count. Yench kicks it out towards Hollow. Nice work. Sells the candy, but laces out the opposing player there in Max Biggs.
Yeah, Maxie Biggs stealing a position there. Reminiscent of Ronnie Biggs. As he gets the ball out here, is another exciting youngster in Llewellyn. Back to Hollow. Oh, picked up there by Powell. Manages to get his kick away under pressure. But big Reggie Grundy just tripping across in defence takes a chop out mark. So Grundy.
Look at this little fella here. Nice little dog.
Despite the dog of the day, comes across to Thompson. Gets around after spilling the mark. Good enough to get out of trouble. Puts towards the wing area. Dog of the day. Hopefully get down the screen. Here's a chance here. Lockie May. Great defence there, just ensures the run of Tyson Hone didn't continue out over the boundary line. So just getting a feeling here, Jaden Joe, as we come to the middle stages of the second term. Mount Lofty need a goal at least on the board before half time, or as we said, only be converting at 40%, which has got to be a worry as it comes here to Tucker.
Yep, Jaden, your thoughts?
Yeah, correct, Pistols. Mount Lofty need to make the most of their inside 50s that hopefully come up in the latter parts of this second quarter as Nan go forward.
Yep, half forward line.
Ooh,
Setting the Miles has gone down here. Hopefully he's all right.
Collided there with Weeks.
Harry Weeks. Pop over pass out towards the wing. McTaggart under pressure though from Arnold. Back to Carmody. He goes with the beeline pass to Weeks. That's chopped out though by Arnold. Oh, they're on here at 2-on-1, but it's not the best pass. Chopped out there by Morby. They've got to use this. Go end to end. Here's Aish. Over the top. Got Tucker. The pass eventually favours him. Got around Lockie Cross. Laces out past to Josh Sykes. That's the best player today from Mount Lofty.
I was just about to say, Benny, that's their best entry of the match so far for Lofty. So see what we can do here. Josh Sykes has kicked 34 goals for the season. Benny, when we came into the game, he was actually second behind Darcy Hurrigan. Nearly 30 goals behind him. Of course, Darcy has added a couple already. So Sykes' opportunity to boost his aggregate. To say the Devils need this one would be an understatement. So Joshy Sykes sets it on its way. I tell you
Much
what,
better.
You can't do any better than that. Umpire Alan Christensen, the goal, says yes. So finally, Jaden J, at the 15.5 minute mark, what we're talking about a minute ago, has resulted.
Yeah, like I said, they are going to make the most of their inside 50s. They had 8 before and Nan had 4. Mount Lofty couldn't get a goal, and Nan have actually had 8 of the last 10 inside 50s. But the Rams probably didn't make the most of those. So well done to Josh Sykes, well done to Mount Lofty, making the most of their inside 50s. And like you said, that was probably their best play of the day as well. So we'll see if they can get the centre clearances. Now, handballing, 16 handballs each for both teams. Nairne lead 39 kicks to 28 as well.
Josh Sykes just off the ground at the moment, along with Jake Aish. When Aish came off, just looked a little bit proppy. I don't think there's any issues there, but yeah, keen to get him obviously out there fit and firing as the... Jamie Drew! I'm not sure if we can get that on the replay again. That was high up there stuff. Archer Conley snap round the corner. Here's the Frost King. Hourigan working in tight confines, swings the ball around the boot. Goal!
I tell you, that is a remarkable goal.
On its touch.
No touch, but I tell you what, for even the score, that was a fantastic effort by Big Das.
Wow. Highlights real galore there as Ash Eckerman takes the ball, half-back flank. He'll work the ball past Nan's interchange bench area.
Grundy.
High flyer,
Oh!
Grundy, he goes up. Good stuff. That's over the chops there. That's high.
I tell you, they're starting to bring out the highlights real over the field here at the moment. So, Adam Carthew back in the side this afternoon. Of course, reigning joint cricketer of the year in the Hills Cricket Association. So, puts the ball forward, up over the top. It's young Bournemouth, I think it is. So,
Game's just starting to open up a bit here.
So, here's a chance. Puts towards... pushing the back there, you'd think. Yes. Coughing it up there. It's Carmody, I think it was. And the free kick is going to go to the male model in Lockie Cross. Nurses up the line. Weeks went too early. Allowed the mark to be completed by Big Sheets betting right on the boundary line. See the crowd enjoying the sunny afternoon here in the Adelaide Hills.
Thompson doing a good job against Hourigan, but he's given away a free kick there, wearing him like a glove. So Hourigan...
It's funny there, the two opposing full forwards in that contest, Benny.
Yes, Sykes. So Hourigan kicks the ball out towards the half forward line. Chop out mark though. Taken there by Whitwell. Archer Connolly around the contest there. So Whitwell. Oh, good mark. Taken by Reed. Just near Hourigan. Got to get another wriggle on here, Mount Lofty, with the assistance of the wind. Kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Thompson was down there, was he? Oh, no, sorry. So switches out. Here's a chance for the Rams to use the high side here, or straight down the middle. Lockie Cross. Not the best kick. Overshot it there. Will it come off, though, for Eckerman? Good attack on the ball. Got it on the Wimpress. He, in turn, got it to Yent. Set upon by Sherman. Eventually, it comes off. Pow, that's a throw. Advantage played, Mount Lofty on here.
Shermanator goes forward, grubbles it forward. There's a chance here. Come to meet as Wes Weeks. Goes to ground, still finding hands and knees stuff. Well done, Wesley Weeks. Locks it up. I think there might be Willis opposition there. So great 1, 2, third efforts by Wesley Weeks to keep that ball in the area. So umpire Scott Bowe. So opportunity for the Devils. You see the goal scorer in the background. So next clearance is very important. Good tackle applied there by Hone. Finally a kick away by Rupchik. High kick towards the cricket pitch area. Coming across as Harry Weeks. Waste no time. Goes bang inside 50. Can they get a grab down there? Off hands.
No
There's that man, Lockie May. Well called by Benny Golfitch. No crummers. And Lockie May just strides away with the football.
Yep. 2 or 3 bounces there. Works the ball out towards Jamie Drew. Brought it to ground level. Mount Lofty trying to get another goal here as we head towards the 20-minute mark. High tackle. So it'll be a free kick here and a 25-minute penalty as well. Not sure what that was for, but McTaggart will bring the ball towards the half-forward line. McTaggart. He's got a player on here in the pocket. Chop out there. Sykes at the back, though, versus Powell. And it's gone off hands. Last touch, is it? Or free kick?
Free kick, I think.
So Ben Powell in the back pocket. Just ticked over 20 minutes. 5-4 the Rams. They'd be happy with the quarter so far. Mount Lofty 1-1 with the wind. 4-goal first quarter from the Rams to set this one up. Here's Wimpress. Has a bounce. Could go again. He's got a player on here. He goes 2 bounces. Works Archer Connolly with a well-weighted pass. Good work there by the defender. Morby. Archer Connolly mops it up again. He's looking for some support. Great second effort there by Morby.
Yeah. And great effort too by Conley. Only had eyes for the ball. two young footballers. Good effort there.
Oh,
Highlight there was by Drew. Comes back at ground level.
He's got a spring in his step today, Jamie Drew.
Great to see, as we said, resuming this year after a knee reco last year when he was playing for the Bridgewater Callington Raiders.
Jaden, your thoughts at the moment?
Yeah, it'd be interesting if our Nan could get one here late, or Matt Lofty could pour on some more pressure.
So, Miles wraps up Drew in a tackle there. So that's all that. So it was Arnold. So, still an opportunity here, late in the term for Nan, to get a vital goal against the wind. Ball comes down here. Arnold again trying to shrug his way through that tackle. He's not going to break it. So once again, umpire Morrison will come in and ball it up. So, up they go. Betting. Grundy. Trying to work through as Adam Merkerman goes to ground level. Once again, the Devils holding on there. Double barrel tackle from Whitwell and Hone will result in yet another ball up.
Rams would be happy with this quarter so far, as I said, only conceding one goal and kicking a goal themselves. Wind is still picking up a little bit, going across the ground, looks like.
And a big cheerio to our regular Tasmanian viewer, Big Bluey Simons. Says it's wet and windy and 11 degrees down there. Doesn't know what he's missing out here, Benny.
Lovely conditions here at the moment. Almost got the full moon up there as well. Look at that. That's beautiful. Might get James with the camera to look at that. Meantime, we're keeping eyes on the action because Mount Lofty need the ball down the other end of the ground. Rams locking it in their forward line. Ball comes out. Rupchik snap round the corner. Thompson versus Hurrigan. Gone through for a minor score. Should let you know who the boundary umpires are, as I said. Trevor Morrison and Scott Boyle are the central umpires. Max Borowski, Bryson Wood, David Bredenkamp and Harvey Bryant, and the goal umpires Alan Christian and Dylan Cameron.
So Miles kicks it straight down the centre of the ground. Shortest way straight down the guts. Taken here by Weeks. Tackled. Harry Variety. 3 weeks is out there this afternoon, of course. So umpire Scott Bowe, as you see, just ahead of the centre circle. Pitches up, so not under the ball. Goes uncontested, gets the ball down. Here's a chance for Hone. Quick kick forward. Lurking across is Adam Eckerman. A cruel bounce for him. Taken by Healy. Gives it off to the run there of Aish on the outside of the foot. Puts it forward down towards Sykes territory. Here's McTaggart who's run down. Can he get it? Left forward pocket. Round the corner. 3 for a minor score.
Jaden.
Yeah, that would have been a crucial goal for Matt Lofty if McTaggart could snag that one, but unfortunately he couldn't. The Rams are leading the kicking count 52-40 as the game's opened up a little bit.
Kick towards the halfback flank for the Rams by Nick Yench. Ball hits the deck. Good handball over the top. I think it was Llewellyn. Got it to Powell. Thompson playing in front of Hurrigan. Good work by Thompson. And that's going to do us for the second quarter. So 1 goal apiece. Rams with the advantage after that 4-goal first term. And they lead pretty comfortably at half-time 5-5 to 1-2.
I was going to say, Benny, you'd be pretty happy if you're a Devils supporter because both sides are being held to 1-2. But unfortunately, if you're a Devils supporter, Nan kicking that 4-goal 3 in the opening term. So they have a pretty handy lead here at the moment, boys, at half-time. So we'll just take a few sponsorship messages and we'll be back here shortly for the half-time break here on Quarter Wild on Filming Footy. Welcome back here to Qube Logistics Oval in Nairne. Half time on the Call to Wild, coming to you through Filming Footy, and we must thank all the respective sponsors. Of course, Call to Wild supported by Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Dartfish, Hills Football League, Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarkets West End, Sports Power, Sharon, Courier Newspaper, Rossdale Homes Sports Centre, and Think Road Safety. And for the Nairne-Bremer Football Club, Salute, Barker Boy, Closey Supermarket, Qube Logistics, Howard Vineyard, Carmen Concreting and Excavations, and for the Mount Lofty Devils, thank you to the support of 24 Fit Duxton, Capital Australia, BMD and the Arca Bar Hotel. And as we said each week, thank you very much to those generous supporters, because without them, community football cannot survive, and also cannot survive without the valuable volunteer and input work of a number of people, contributions, and we're fortunate to be joined here by the Nairne-Bremer Football Club football director, the man who does it all, so he told me before we went on there. Toddy Hire, welcome to the Call to Wild.
Pistols, thanks for having me, mate.
Now, well done. I know, you've had a spell as president, etc. Back this year on the committee, you must be very pleased that plans that were probably laid in place a few seasons ago are coming to fruition. Nairne-Bremer United, we can actually say it, has been confirmed they will play Division 1 finals for the first time.
Yeah, very exciting, Pistols. It's been a great year, really. As I said, I took a step back last year and just had a look from the sidelines. But coming back this year has been really good under Dale.
You obviously liked what you saw from the sidelines to come back.
Yeah. So, no, it was a struggle last year. It was a tough year. We probably should have played finals, obviously. But then coming back, and then with Dale coming back through, and Bronte asking me to come back and step in as footy director, it's been a good challenge. But good with Dale, obviously on board. He's outstanding. He does so much work behind the scenes, and just to get us where we are, it's fantastic.
So what's been the sort of change? Obviously having you back pulling the strings has made a hell of a lot of what you do. No, the difference between the net that had the potential last year, why have they taken that step this year and currently sit second and look like they're good enough to play in a qualifying final first up?
Oh, just as I said, with Dale back through, he just does a mountain of work behind the scenes. Pre-season was outstanding. He had the boys up and about, but obviously adding to our core group, we didn't really need to recruit as such. We had a lot of blokes come to Nairne. Obviously Adam Eckerman, one of them, playing out here at the moment with us. He's our reserves coach, moved into the town, a good mate of Clint Foster.
Fantastic bloke to pick up, multiple male medals, experience he's had.
It's just him as an example, but then our young kids coming through. So when I was president, that was our aim, was to bring those kids through when Lackers was coaching, and he blooded a heap of them. So a lot of the work was done with Lackers coming through with those kids, and then obviously now Dale's taken the reins and he's just run with those kids, and as I said, adding a couple of extra key footballers has just really improved our side and set us up where we are. Yeah,
when you think is it your premium selection out there today, or I know you are missing a few and you've had a few sort of long-term injuries? Just give us an update on any players to come back and who unfortunately you'll be missing for the rest of the year.
Yeah, so unfortunately Hannah Smith, who's another one that's moved into the town, he's come out, good mates with a few of the boys. He's done a shoulder, so he's having I think he had surgery Friday, so yesterday. So he'll miss the remainder of the year, unfortunately. He's a very good defender for us. Jared Greenbank, another one that's moved into the area. He should hopefully be back in the next few weeks. Flying fly out as well, but he had a broken hand. And then obviously Eli Rupchik now is in flying fly out, so that sort of hurts us every couple of weeks, unfortunately, the big bull. But yeah, no, we're looking all right. We'll hopefully get a few more out on the track. Duncan Rogers played twos today, so hopefully he pulls up well and we can get him back in the next couple of weeks, if not next week.
One thing that's exciting, Todd, and we talked about it in the pre-match, is just the, you can call it the big three, the three-prong attack that you have. Of course, Big Darcy's kicked a couple today. Jamie Drew and the emergence also. Jamie Drew, a new guy to the club this year, of course. He's done pretty well in the season coming off a knee, Rico. And also Archer Connolly, who seems to have really matured this year as a footballer. Zone representative. And actually there was a stat coming in. We said that Darce, Drewy and Archer had kicked 122 goals between them. And Mount Lofty, the team sheet put out there today, had kicked 117 between them.
Yeah.
So it just shows you those three boys up and about.
100%. When Darcy's firing, look out. So it's hard to stop the big fella.
But in the past, when you had him, obviously he's your focal point. But
that's exactly
you're
right.
not all the eggs in the basket this year.
He's no longer the go-to, as you want to say. We've now, as you said, we've got Arch leading up forward. He leads up strong. Drew just flies at everything, as you saw in that last quarter. And then obviously Sheets betting, big Tommy.
Looking the fittest I've seen. Like he's
looking really good.
Young Wilbur's going to chase around after.
Yes, that's right. So notice he's playing across the middle and the wing today. So the big fella's going around really well. So, but as you said, it's not just Darcy we rely on now. It's for the opposition, it's hard to work out who to go to now. So it's great. Yeah.
And also your defence, I'm just wrapped in the game, the performance. We've seen him a couple of times, but obviously following in the media. And his form, I just hope the umpires acknowledge the season he's having. Lockie May.
Just outstanding, he's
unpassable in that position.
He is. He's just got those go-go gadget arms, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
He just chucks his arm out and it either goes, he punches it or he marks it. He's just unbelievable reader of the football. So it's pretty handy when you've got your old man as James May, but he's outstanding. He's dominant this year. It's great. Yeah, and
Dale coming in, he's a no-nonsense sort of coach. He sort of probably put it to him. Look, the potential for you guys to go. The only governor of how well you want to do is yourselves. Get fit.
Correct.
And if one was a team, you can see, like we mentioned before, the big fella. Sheets, he's probably the best.
Best Nick he's been
for a long time.
Yep, correct. Yeah, no, Dale really puts it on him. And he said he's no nonsense. He doesn't take much. So
he's probably in the best form he's been since before when he discovered the Lock Bakery back then. Hey, with other things than them, when they're kicking goals on the field, but off the field also, and I suppose as a football director, you're probably involved this, the wellbeing program that you've set up through Scott Willis and that sort of thing, the community field the club has. It's fantastic. And the club growing in strength, as we saw earlier, the reserves having a very good win as well. So there's plenty of depth there really now, just the community feel around there, and it's something it's got the potential to be dominant for a decade or so, hasn't it?
Oh, well, hopefully. We always strive to be the number one club in the league. We're striving to get to that position, so hopefully we can keep pushing on and keep getting a few wins and see how we go, make our finals debut this year and see how we go.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. It's great. It's a good vibe around the club, especially today with Sponsors Day. It's outstanding having so many people here, so we'll just keep doing what we're doing and see how we go.
So that's pretty good. Was that part of the deal when you come up? Like we said, I set ourselves in 4 or 5 years we'll be playing. Obviously, it took a bit of pain when you first come up, adjusting to the standard, etc., and what's needed in Division 1 football. But here you are.
Yeah. We had a 5-year plan when we first come up. People thought we were crazy, but really we're bang on target. So it's great.
And your juniors doing very well.
Juniors going really well.
And numbers, we just have
numbers
to drive around there and see the population that's here.
It's growing crazy. So the kids are going really well, and as a club as a whole we're going really well. So it's exciting. And
other good things that you're obviously doing, Toddy, today, looking after your sponsors and important people, because you had one of the icons of Australian rules football here, AFL Hall of Famer, the great man Fudd, Darren Jarman. How was that?
Fantastic. Yep, he was outstanding. He had the guy, everyone laughing and clapping, and it was he could talk for hours. But no, he's fantastic. So that's just one thing we've tried to lift in our club is the sponsorship day. Obviously last year with Les Burdett, then we got Big Fudd today. So it's great. We can't thank our sponsors enough. Obviously without them we're nothing. So that's all we want to thank them.
Yeah, and is it easy to get sponsors when you're going well? That's a football
I think it probably helps.
Because people don't want to be associated with a brand that might be a little bit sus.
Our sponsors have always been great. So through Div 2, through to Div 1, even when we struggled into Div 1, your Closey, Salute, Qube. It's been great. They've always been supportive of us, so we're pretty lucky here.
Fantastic, mate. And as I said, you do it all well. I know Thursday nights you invite the public to come out and mingle with the players after training
Definitely.
for meals, etc. And good crowd here today, and there's always a good support for the Nairne-Bremer United
great.
Football Club. So fantastic. And they did tell me, can we dub it retro round? You'll actually be heading down to Callington for a game.
We are, in a couple of weeks.
Down
we
near
took
Yench Park, down near Salem.
Yeah, that's down at Salem. So, we thought with the 3 home games and the weather we were looking to
Just
get,
save the Oval,
save the Oval a bit, but even so, just to get back to Callington is going to be great. That Oval's fantastic. So, support them as well. So, see how we go.
Bring back a lot of memories for a lot of people. So.
It will, especially for the few River Murray guys,
All right, Toddy. I know you're only part of the team that builds success, but we wish you all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
It's particularly that historic finals. Thanks for joining us, Toddy Hire.
Thanks, Pistols. Cheers.
All right, all in readiness now for the start of the second half. As we said, Toddy's team at Nairne holding a pretty handy lead. It's Jaden J. Hill. So wandered back in. It's probably been to check out your premiership photos. It's still standing. You dusted it off, Jaden. Made sure it's all good.
No, just wandering around, checking out the vibes of Nairne at the moment, and look, it's a pretty happy vibe at the moment. 5-6-36 to 1-2-8. So it's actually Mount Lofty's lowest half score for the year, Pistols. So hopefully for the Devils fans, they can overtake Nairne in the second half. Here we go.
So underway here. Devils have plenty of work to do, particularly against the breeze. High level was Grundy, but the ball was taken away by Nairne. Bit of a fumble there. Ball goes forward. Here's a chance for Lillen if it sits him off the cricket pitch area. Gets the handball out to the runner, Waterman. Lifts the eyes, puts it down towards Froth territory. Caught at the back there. Ball spills off the back of the pack. Here's Hollow. What's he grabbed? Handball. Chance for Conley. Hollow getting involved. Desperate Devils defence already in early stages of this opening to the second half. So Nairne, 30 seconds have expired already in the teeth of goal. So ball up. Ball comes down. Volleyball style there. Free kick is gone. And looks like it's be Grundy on the last line of defence. Puts the ball out wide. Ball comes back in through the agency of May. Cut off there. Comes back to Lockie. May just grabs it with the gadget arms as mentioned by Toddy. High kick by Yench. Ball held in there. Ash Eckerman supplying a strong tackle there. So 5-6-36, Mount Lofty 1-2 here on the call of the Wild. Jeff Pistola, Benny Goldfinch and Jaden J. Hill bringing all the action from Qube Logistics Oval in Nairne. Great conditions here, as I said, the last Saturday in July. Sun's out, good crowd in the house, and a reasonable game of football, but the Devils need to pull up their socks and get some scores on the board as the ball comes out here. Bouncing clear. Katnick getting involved, dispossessed there. There's a chance for Ace, gathers the ball. Devils go inside 50. Sykes against Godetsky. Sykes gets the ball off to the runner Borman. High kick, you can see it hold up in the breeze. Allows Arnold to get camped under it and take a chop out mark defensively for the Rams.
So Damon Arnold kicks the ball. Damon Arnold takes the ball, kicks it towards Powell. Pop over pass. Lockie May, he's had a great first half to this one. Over to Nick Yench in the shadows there. Kicks it to half forward line. Trying to take the chop out mark. Looked like Grundy. Trying to link up there with Thompson. Good Shepherd. Snap round the corner. Looked like that was Max Biggs involved, and that's eventually gone out of bounds. 5-6 to 1-2. So Rams in control. Wind is still reasonably favouring that end of the ground. Not quite as intense in the first half. As I say, that picks up a little bit. So be boundary throw-in. Half forward line. Knott wins it down. Gets it to McTaggart. So the opposing player. Carmody finds Sherman. I think it was out there. Here's Carmody mopping up meantime on the left boot out towards the boundary line. Good take there by Miles. So Miles with the pop over pass. Aish. 4 minutes gone. 5-6 to 1-2. And that's cut out. As you can see, JK's just limping a little bit there on the white. And he's got that right leg heavily strapped. So looking a little bit sore at the moment. So, boundary throw-in between both interchange benches. 4 minutes gone, 5-6 to 1-2. Power won it down. Not off his foot. That might be last touch, is it? Yes, it is. So Tyson Hone goes inboard. Short pass. Good mark. Taken there by Bournemouth. So slow build up. Mount Lofty working the ball forward. Good work there by Lockie May. Crashing through his teammate though. In in Llewellyn, I should say, and eventually it's held up centre half forward area for Mount Lofty.
So Devils pushing here. High leaper was Grundy. Here's a chance for May again. I tried the old don't argue. Still managed to get the ball clear. Got the Powell. Puts the ball up the cricket pitch area. Intercepted here by Harry Weeks. Needs support, outnumbered there, but the Rams, and looks like a free kick has been paid to Hourigan, goes further afield. Oh, Devils back there. Here's Morby, under pressure from Llewellyn. Llewellyn appeals for deliberate over the line. Umpire says no, so the academy boy will bring the ball back into play. As with 5 minutes have expired in the third term, no score from the half-time score, which you can see 5-6 to 1-2. So the Rams in charge here at the moment, this second versus third contest. So Mount Lofty is starting to get a bit nervous because judging on other results, they could find themselves under siege for that double chance spot with 4 rounds remaining. It's Lockie May once again, right place, right time, takes a mark, lifts the eyes, put it forward, but picked out Eckerman.
Shane Whistle is loving JJ's stats, and he also said, I got a stat on how many hares Nola lost last night.
Yes. Well, you can't win them all. Talking about the Collingwood Football Club, but we had a good win last Saturday night, Yothu. Yeah, I can tell you that. That's Shermanator getting involved there. Once again, Llewellyn doing a bit of umpiring, appealing there for holding the ball decision. Very good last night at Carlton Football Club. You've got to give them credit. It's hard to do when you're back for Collingwood. Praising Carlton, that's for sure. And even Director Mark Yench just popped in at half-time and wrote away my notes here. Carlton.
As I said,
are you feeling all right?
So Alicia's tuned in from Nepal in
How do you announce that?
Pokhara.
Pokhara, hopefully that's right, Sherpa. Pokhara.
Good to hear from the great man.
I wonder what you're doing in Pokhara besides what's at Call of the Wild. That's fantastic work. Meanwhile, getting back to more sensible things, it's going to be Wimpers here. The opportunity to kick his second goal. Just further compound the problems for the Devs here. Sits on its way. It's going to curl back out to the right. So a reminder score. It's the first score of the second half. It advances Nairne-Bremer to 5-7. Mount Lofty a 1-2. Trust you're enjoying wherever you're watching from Kathmandu to Harndorf, the Call of the Wild.
And live from, if Mount Lofty supporters be interested in this, it looks like in the State League Volleyball final, Pistols and Jayden, Norwood versus Mount Lofty. It looks like one set apiece in the State League Australian Volleyball League Grand Final
We got it
against
all here on the
Norwood.
call. What did Jay, can you get the table tennis scores for us?
Half forward.
The great Yofu Whistle, Scott Creek legend with the bat.
Yes, yeah.
Bat in the hand.
Meantime, Tyson Hone has got a free kick here, half-back flank for the Devils. They trail so far, give himself a real shot coming home in the last term. Morby, just near the camper van out there. Supporters of the Rams, looks like. Weeks. So Harry Weeks, half-back flank. People in the cars. 5-7 to 1-2. 8 minutes gone. Third term. Kicks it out towards the wing. Off hands. Good work by Healy. Got it to Weeks. Here's a good little transition play from Devils. Swiderski was in front position. Sykes came around the front. But great buttering up there by Swiderski. They'll get the holding the ball, and the Rams supporters loved that one. Dangerous kick. I thought it was the Devils' opponent near Trey Willis there, but it wasn't.
I tell you, the Squids done very well in that difficult job this afternoon. Meanwhile, looks like a bit of yardage has been given here to Willis. a free kick, so he's gone to the virtually nearly the centre of the ground here at Nairne Oval. So Trey Willis surveying what's on offer. Sun-drenched, pleasant afternoon, blue skies. Where else would you want to be? Probably in Kathmandu or wherever it is, Nepal. Ball comes in. Here's a chance for Connolly. Can he get on that left? Shrugged as he got. Here's the ball coming forward. Here's Miles. Hurrigan comes to meet him. Desperate stuff. Also getting involved with Thompson. Finally, a quick handball out wide. Grundy, rather nonchalant kick forward, and allowed Knott to use his body strength and take the mark there. So big Brock Knott, the skipper. Of course, second year at the club. Past Qube Port Elliot player and also Noarlunga. So the big man laying down the law this season as skipper. What's he has kicked 5 for the season, Benny, the big fella. So he's got the Mitchell Stark run up here, Benny, as he heads towards the Brakunga end of the ground. Sits on his way. I think he was waiting for it to be brought back by the wind, but across the face. Stacks on the mill there. 0-all draw. It's almost like the game had stopped there.
Jaden, your thoughts?
Yeah, quite interesting here at the moment that Mount Lofty just trying to hold off Nairne. They have the win advantage, so just a quite important stoppage here at the moment as Mount Lofty looking to clear through Grundy, but went on by Hollow and good tackle there by Mount Lofty. Nairne just trying to hold it in here and put some more scoreboard pressure as 10 minutes has gone in the third term.
5-7 to 1-2. 29 points to margin. Devils will be happy with the start to this third term. Carmody, meantime, snaps the ball out towards the outer side wing. That's a fair kick. Wind just slightly, obviously dying off now a little bit. Ball got carried out there, outer side wing, Gumtree side of the ground. 5-7 to 1-2. Nairne-Bremer United in control. Powell kicked the goal in that second term along with Sykes from Mount Lofty. Hurrigan kicked a couple. Hollow and Wimpress, the other individual goal kickers for the Rams. Eventually the ball comes out here. Squeezing the ball around the corner there was Tyson Ho. And once again Lockie May taking a great mark, half back line. So May, one of the leading players on the ground at the moment, takes the ball, half back flank, kicks the ball past the Gumtree area. High ball. Players waiting under it. Here's Yench on the left boot. Kicks the ball down towards the half-forward line. Connolly's the target. Here's the Froth King. Hurrigan this way, that way. Tried to get it to a teammate there. Almost a free kick, is it? Yes, it is.
Yeah, Eckerman taken high, I'd suggest.
Eckerman taking Eckerman high.
So, Adam Eckerman has said much travelled. River Murray footy. A time at Sturt. Meadows, I think, in recent times. So, assistant reserves coach at Nairne this year. First A-grade game this season. Unfortunately, this one has pulled across the goal.
Half-time at Blackwood. Ironbank Bridgewater 7-3. Blackwood 6-8. So a 1-point margin there in favour of the Iron Raiders.
So, Sammy Miles shields his eyes against the sun. Puts it out towards the Gumtree flank area. Big Knott just charges through. He's got support there from Llewellyn. Good defensive fist there, I think, through the agency of Thompson, the Fabio man. Puts it out over the boundary line. So you can see sun-drenched conditions. Shadows abound here at Qube Logistics Oval in Nairne. So the Academy boy will pitch the ball back in. Oh, Grundy got rid of his opponent and double-handed it down. Fumble there. Dangerous. Coming to meet it cleverly there was Whitwell. Chain of handballs there. Devils finally work it out, or have they? No. Eckerman. Ashford under pressure. Nurses the ball up the wing. Oh, nearly a good tumbling mark there.
They paid it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
To Willis. Goes backwards here. Finds the male model in cross. Goes out wide. Big Brock Knott all on his own out there. Takes an uncontested mark.
So Knott kicks the ball towards deep in attack. Floating across. Great mark there by Grundy in front of Hurrigan. So the big ruckman, sweeping handball over the top. Got it to Morby. Dodged around the opponent there. I think that was Dodd. Hone trying to work the ball forward here. Good work. Devils on the counter attack. Got the ball towards the half forward line. Lockie May with the tackle. That's holding the ball. Umpire Scott Bowe saw it that way. Trey Willis keen to get on with it there with another tackle, but in the meantime it'll come back to Lockie May. So May, umpire Bowe making him go, not sure what for anyway.
Kick over his mark, I think.
Oh, right. So Lockie May. Eyes are darting. Meantime, kicks at a similar position he did before. Finds teammate there in Sarah Katnich. Goes back to Lockie May. Half-back flank. May kicks it out towards the wing with a beautiful pass. Opens it up for Arnold to flick it onto himself. Good lay hip and shoulder there by Bournemouth. Opens it up from out Lofty. Got to use it well here. Kick in the middle of the ground. Here's Harry Weeks on that trusty left boot. Not the best kick though. It's chopped out by Ben Powell.
You see the wind catch that, so Powell was the recipient. In turn, his high kick caught by the wind over the back here. Leading the race for the ball there was Josh Dodd. Beats him over the boundary line in front of the implemented camper van there.
Yep.
A few coats coming now as the wind starting to get a little bit chilly, but still pleasant conditions here just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon at Nairne. Betting gets it down. Weeks involved there. Alex Weeks getting involved as well. Ball will be held in there. So 15 minutes gone, third term. Nairne 5-8 leading at Mount Lofty 1-2 here on the Caldwell wide stream. Coming to you from filming footy. Here's a chance here. Wimpress round the corner. Snap. Hurrigan playing in front has taken a mark. So right in the teeth for the goal. And you could virtually put this one down, Jaden J, for the big fella's third.
You would think so, yeah.
Taking to 66 for the season. Right behind him here. He might chew the along the ground dribbler. No. So Darcy Hurrigan finally breaking the goal drought, which has stretched for both sides since the 15-minute mark of the second term. So virtually nearly a quarter in playing time. He's raised the 6th goal for the Nairne Rams, Jaden.
Yeah, well done to Das. 27 kicks to 26 in favour of the Rams. 14 inside 50s to 3. So that dominance, that end, is just paying the price here for Nairne. Just Mount Lofty. Be interesting to see if they can get the centre clearances, because Nairne have won all but Mount Lofty have only won one this game. One centre clearance this game so far.
Whole duration.
Whole duration of the game.
One centre clearance.
One centre clearance. So it's pivotal that Mount Lofty get it, because they really need to kick a goal to get back in the game here. Look, they do have the wind advantage in the last quarter, so a couple handy goals here from Mount Lofty to just stop the momentum of the Rams.
Round the grounds, Uradla half-time, 8-4 to Mount Barker, 1-4. In Lockie Howe's debut for Mount Barker, and also Roscoe Brooks 200th. So back in the middle, Rams in control, 6-8 to 1-2. So they look to get another clearance here. Umpire Scott Bowe around the action. So back into it again. Throw the ball up. Decisively by Sheets Betting. Here's the Rams. Ball's flicked out. Kick around the corner by Llewellyn towards Hurrigan. Good spoil there by Thompson. Out towards the boundary line. Will be a boundary throw in. Inside 50 here for the Rams. Hurrigan has kicked 3 goals for the match so far. So boundary throw in. Half forward line area. Rams. Snap round the corner. It's gone through for a minor score.
It was Rupchik.
So that's their 4th point for the quarter. They were 5-5 at half time. They're 6-9, 1-2. So Mount Lofty haven't added a score.
Well, in fact, Benny, they're yet to score at the left of screen in this entire game. So
Rupchik, meantime, goes towards Swidertsky. Here's an opportunity for the Rams once again. It's Dylan Wimpress who kicked the goal towards this end of the ground with a nice running goal in the first quarter. Jaden Wimpress, good position here for him.
Yeah, it sure is. Just Mount Lofty's backline structure was really good in the second term, they held Nairne up when they had heaps of inside 50s, but now it's breaking down a little bit, and Nairne are able to get the rebound here. So Wimpress strolling into goal, it's coming back. No, not good enough though, and it's a minor score for the Rams. So there's a 37-point lead here, nearly 19 minutes gone in this third term.
Pretty daunting assignment here, Jaden J. As you said, 18 minutes just ticked over, 37-point deficit, and you've only kicked one goal for the game. They really have to get their skates on in the last quarter. So Lofty here looking at, challenging period of the season. Could be back-to-back losses for them, which, as I said, may put them under pressure as Urada and perhaps Onkers both having wins today could put them under pressure for that double chance third spot. Comes back to Lockie May. We know he'll use the ball. As he does, puts it forward, and that's a very good mark taken by Archer Conley. The young man quickly plays on towards a teammate. A good defensive ball by Grundy. Puts the ball clear. This way, that way. Devil's trying to work the ball out. Hone tried the old fend off, but caught with the ball. No prior. So it's a free kick. Yes, it is. So Archer Conley wants to get in the action. As we said, the Toddy Hire, certainly an improved season from him. Playing the key attacking role at centre-half forward.
Oh, Yench.
Yeah. Zone. Yeah. Give it to me, Nick Yench, the Prince. But Archer Conley fancying his chances here, and why not? As we said, he's kicked 29 goals for the season. Member of the state country championship winning Eastern Zone team. So staggered approach, puts it in long, off hands, and probably Nick Yench will run past him and say, "See, you should have given it to me." So 1 goal 5 is the return for Nairne this quarter, J&J, if not only having control of the game already, but they could have really put it to bed if they'd kicked something like 5-goal-1.
Yeah, for sure, and it's no surprise that if Mount Lofty don't score in this quarter, it will be their second scoreless third quarter since round 7 this season. So that's the only occasion that they've been scoreless in the third term. As they go inside 50 here, Connolly goes on the left. Is it Darst there? Couldn't quite take the mark. Kick forward and
Harry Hollow
just couldn't quite get through the sticks there. So he has threatened at times.
He tried to curl it back, but it was a hollow result.
Yes, very good. Score. Eckerman, meantime, takes the ball from the defensive 50, kicks it out towards the outer side wing. Packed forms. Ball hits the deck. Umpire bowl around the action. So as I said before, Sarah Katnich defensively here on Josh Sykes. Mount Lofty struggling to score at the moment. 6-12 Nairne-Bremer United. Mount Lofty 1-2. Of course, both sides still got some key players to come back into the lineup.
I'll tell you what, good segue. Sorry, Benny. I was just about to say, when you look at this, Harry Hollow's a classic example. Guy's got his opportunity. Young Trey Willis, and when you look at some of the players that come back in, like Greenback, Dalen Howe,
yep.
As you want with a good football team, there's big competition for spots.
Yep, and Mount Lofty, obviously Bennett Wood, Max Borden, Archer Borden have still come back into the lineup. And
here he is again.
Damo Peterson was playing last week. Obviously, he got in the best. He's not in the lineup today. So, meantime,
obviously the swap was Thompson for him.
Yep.
I'd suggest, but as we said, he's a young man who sort of played his junior football. I think at Urada initially, Harry Hollow, but certainly has made every post a winner of his chance here at senior level this season.
So Hollow with the ball, kicks the ball towards the goal, and arm goes up. Double Cobra says thanks very much. That's a goal. That's his second. Rams go to 7-12. Mount Lofty 1-2 in complete control here. The Rams, Jaden.
They sure are. So I believe also Harry Hollow played for Onkaparinga Valley in juniors as well. Pistols, and great goal by him. 34 kicks to 29 in favour of the Rams. 18 inside 50s to 3. So pretty comprehensive stuff there. And Mount Lofty still haven't got a centre clearance in this quarter and only got one for the match. So well done to them. They're dominating at the moment. 16 handballs to 7 in favour of Mount Lofty, but 16 marks to 7 in favour of the Rams. So it's pretty evidential what they actually want to do, the Rams, in this quarter, and just get the ball forward.
So back in the middle. I was just going to say, Jake Aish, as I picked up throughout the match, he just looks like he's done for the day, I reckon, with a quad injury.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say he's stretching his leg, isn't he?
That's no way.
Thigh quad, yeah.
It just looks like he's a bit of stretching or a bit of taping, but it looks like he's throwing a little bit of the taping towards the brick area there, so not too happy.
But also in the same area, Benny, as the Mount Lofty Brains Trust, they just seem a little bit, how do we get back into this game? And as Jay and Jay said, that really daunting stat of not having won a clearance. It's just, how do you get back into the game? What magic moves? They just need a spark, but I can't see it coming from anywhere at the moment. As the veteran in Miles sets the ball up high. Mark taken there by Healy. Will Healy looks to play on. Gets back to a teammate who puts up line. Can they mount something out of this as they go inside 50 for one of the rare occasions? Taken by Biggs. Gets it back out here. Cleverly tapped on by Sherman. Haven't seen a lot of him today. One of their prime movers last week in their very good performance against Harndorf. But, geez, there's two performances are like chalk and cheese this week, Benny.
Looks like the horse too might be injured. Adam Carthew, he looks like he's got a limp on. So
no, he won't be able to take the new ball.
Just keep an eye on him as well.
So meanwhile, streaming out of the track, was Josh Dodd, puts it forward, the back again. And how many times have we seen that today? Just judging the ball in the windy conditions to see the big Frofking Das. So he could be a chance here. Long distance out, but win behind him for goal number 4.
Nick Yent coming off the ground. Liam Swiderski back on. So Hurrigan, can he get 100 this year? He's kicked a few times for Harndorf. He's moving into towards the 70s for the season. Hurrigan kicks it goal from 50, gives it everything he's got. He kicks a goal. Had a chat to him pre-game actually. He was in the car park. I said, "You're on for a big one?" He says, "Yeah, look, lovely day weather-wise." So he's kicked 4 now.
Just give him a few pointers, Benny.
Yeah. No, not at all. No.
I'm sure you did.
I tell you, that is a very good kick when you can think of the conditions and etc. And 67 I think now. Jaden Jaycee's tally for the year.
Fantastic, and he's looking on song at the moment, and improves the angle there, and well done to Das. 38 kicks to 30 to the Rams, so pretty comprehensive stuff here as the margin goes to 52 points, I believe.
Yep, back in the middle. Rand are dominating all over the ground at the moment. Another centre clearance. Is it? No, it's Matt Lofty ball anyway. And there we go. Yes. 3/4 time. Complete control of the Rams. 52 points up. 8-12 to 1-2. 20 scoring shots to 3. Jaden, all yours.
Yeah, look, if you're a Mount Lofty fan, you probably don't want to listen to this because just the stats read a pretty comprehensive quarter for Nairne-Bremer Rams at the moment. So 39 kicks to 31. Look, the handballing count 18-9 in favour of Mount Lofty, so that's a positive there. But the Rams were very clear in what they actually wanted to do in that quarter, have the win advantage, and at some stages it's not pretty football, but with the conditions, it's looked pretty good, to be honest. So 17 marks to 8 in favour of the Rams as well. Managed to kick the ball around the ground as well as just kick it inside forward 50 and let Archer Connolly and Darcy Hirigan and Harry Hollow, Jamie Drew, and also Dylan Wimpress, he was pretty impressive in that quarter as well. And just the way that the Rams have been able to structure the back six, probably in the early parts of that third quarter, Mount Lofty had a 3 inside 50s to 3 in that early parts of the third quarter, with Mount Lofty sort of been able to counteract Nairne's back six, but Lockie May and the likes, Lockie Cross as well, Swiderski have been pretty impressive for Nairne-Bremer in that quarter and also in the game. So unfortunately for Mount Lofty, they didn't win a centre clearance in that quarter, so 4 centre clearances to 0. The second quarter it was 3 centre clearances to 0 and 4 centre clearance wins to 1 in favour of the Rams. So if you're Michael Borden at the moment, you just want to win out the centre and kick the ball forward, exactly what Nairne did in that quarter.
And certainly in the battle for that vital third spot, as I said, they'll be coming under pressure now. They'd love to keep, they've had a healthy percentage, but this isn't doing them any good as a trial by 52 points. So no doubt the message would be to try and preserve some sort of scoring ability and, keep the margin down. But I said at the moment, 52 points at 3/4 time here in favour of Nairne, and we'll be back with more shortly here on the Call of the Wild on Filming Footy.
All right, welcome back here. Qube Logistics Oval in Nairne. It's all the Rams, 8-12 to 1-2. 52 points the margin as we get underway for this fourth quarter. Mount Lofty need a real wriggle on as they try to maintain their grasp here on the top three with potentially Onkers and Uradler pressing. Meantime, Rams look like they're good things at the moment for a top three finish if they continue the season like this. Meantime, here's a chance for Mount Lofty to start the final term. Sherman kicks it to a dangerous position, about 15 metres out from goal. Working it out of the fence with a chain of handball. Waterman goes over the top towards Nick Jentz. Usually uses it well in these situations. Kicks it out towards the boundary line. Here's a chance for Morby. Repeat forward entries for the Devils. Low kick inside 50. Ball hits the deck. Once again going in there was Jentz. Sweeping handball over top. I think it was Lockie May. He's got it now. Squeezes the ball out of the fence and finds Wimpress. Wimpress meantime has ball's turned over. And it's gone to Tyler Bournemouth for Mount Lofty. 1-2, Nairne lead, 8-12, 52 points the margin. 1.5 minutes gone in the final term.
Bournemouth puts the ball back. Side 50's chance for Waterman. Waterman. Ball comes out here. Cross here looking out here. And that's a very good mark taken there by Joshy Freeman. Second year in the club, of course, recruited from Kapunda. So Freeman, half back flank area, Gumtree side of the ground. See the shadows starting to overtake the ground. Puts the ball up, holds up. Umpire calls play on there. Ball taken across here. He's got two to beat here. Ball spills free. Healy goes to ground level. Oh, corner crisis is Waterman. Sweeping handball out here towards Llewellyn. He's got support there from Cross. Decides to go with the foot up the line towards Rubchik.
Oh,
Rubchik dealt with there. And yes, earns a free kick. Tough as nails. Elijah Rubchik has said flying flight. Gives it to the male model in Cross. Gives across to Llewellyn. He's got time to stop. Prop. Kick it high. Camped under it. And infringed there. Was it? No. That was Dodd. Devils take the ball back inside, and here's a chance for Wes Weeks, takes a mark. So you can see the Devils on the edge of the 50-metre square.
yeah, Wes Weeks meantime. Kicks the ball into forward pocket. 25-metre penalty, is it? Downfield, free kick right in the goal square area.
So it's going to go to Sykes, I think, Benny. So
Just need to find some other scoring avenues. Last week they kicked 3 goals. The week before that kicked 4 goals. Today 1 goal.
by this particular man.
Yep. So Josh Sykes directly in front. Basically directly in front. Slightish angle. For Mount Lofty's second. Kicking with a slight advantage here in the breeze, and he kicks the goal. So 2-2. Nairne 8-12. Jaden?
Yeah, well done to Mount Lofty there. Just making sure that they can put some more goals on the board and make sure their percentage isn't affected either. As like you said, Pistols second and third position is pretty vital at the moment. So 5 inside 50s at the moment to 0 for Mount Lofty, and they'll be hoping to win the centre clearance and put some scoreboard pressure on for the Rams.
So, back in the centre, can the Devils get back-to-back goals?
Well, they're down to 1 on the bench by the looks of it, with Carthew and Ashoff.
Yep. So, just to hold up here, we're just... Okay, so umpire Scott Boat. Now, sets the ball up. Grundy was a leaper. Knock got slightly down. Handballed out into Alex Weeks. Back door towards Hone. He's under pressure there from Freeman. Goes to ground level, infringed in the back. It's the call umpire both. So Tyson Hone, the former mullet, of course, under 18 and reserve premiership player for the Sturt Football Club, gets across to Eckerman in the cricket pitch area. Puts it out wide, but it's coughed it up. There's a thing of kicking to Nairne players today. Oh, Ash Eckerman. So
Llewellyn with the ball
Llewellyn
on the wing, kicks the ball out towards the half-forward line. Good spoil there by Biggs out towards the boundary line. So
in all fairness to Ash Eckerman, though, Nairne have read the play pretty well and made position to get the chop off, so we can't be too hard on him.
So boundary throw in. Wing area. Riley Grundy spikes it over straight to Brock Knott, the opposing ruckman. Kick inside 50. Here's Hurrigan. Jamie Drew. Thompson. Here's Drew. This way, that way. Round a couple. Snaps for goal. He's missed it. That would have been a very nice goal there for the Rams superstar forward. Well, not superstar, but star forward.
So it looks like Sam Miles will bring the ball back into play. It's just got behind the safety net here.
I'm just wondering if Mount Lofty actually have
Anyone
any players available on the bench. Let's just try and... Aish and Carthew both injured. I'm just trying to work out if there's a third player who might be missing.
Well, obviously, no. One thing there'll be minimal rotations.
That's definitely the case.
Throughout the last term, that's for sure for the Devils. So trail 8-13 to 2-2. So Sammy Miles, 6-time best and fairest, to bring the ball back in. Goes straight down the ground. Camped under his big Brock Knott. Wes Weeks was involved there. Bounced off his chest. Goes to ground level right in the centre circle area. Knott and Hone. David and Goliath there. So they pick themselves up. So umpire Morrison tosses the ball up. Grundy gets the tap down. Devils kick forward. Foot races on. Bundled out was Waterman. Katnich get involved. Got it back to Cross around the corner. A bit of a barrel kick, but I tell you what, taking the mark, centimetre perfect in front inside the line was Zach Llewellyn.
He's been good. 8-12 to 2-2. So Zach Llewellyn kicks the ball towards the half-forward line. Connolly will fly. Almost took it as he hit the deck. Here's a chance. Pop-over pass almost came off. Trying to backpedal here is Harry Hollow in the forward pocket. And eventually it's gone out of bounds. Half-forward line for the Rams. They lead 8-12 to Lofty 2-2. 2 goals to Josh Sykes. That's everything for the Devils today. So, half-forward line. Hone got it on to Reed. Kick towards the centre half-forward area. Sykes tracking back versus Swiderski. Great work from Swiderski. He says, I'm going to run away, take a bounce. Almost a second bounce. Kicks it out towards the wing area. Great work by Powell. Set upon there, Carmody. Grundy, meantime from Mount Lofty, got it to Eckerman. He's gone. Holding the ball. Great forward line pressure there. Centre half forward, the Rams. Freeman, I think it was. Pistols, Hourigan. Drew. Working his way around the corner. High ball. Hourigan will fly, will he? Great work, Carmody. Thompson mopping up.
Gets out the back door to Max Biggs. Tries to thread his way back door. Good work there. And
Sheets.
Josh Dodd involved, but betting.
He's got that left calf heavily strapped.
Nick Yench once again would have given it to me, but Sheets is singing about it. And gives it to the Prince, who marks in front of the adoring public in the Sean Tate terraced area. So Nick Yench here, left footer. So this will be a difficult kick for him, but we know the Prince can rise to occasion. So sets on its way. It's going to drop short. Camped under it is Drew. Got his hands to it. Comes to Alex Weeks, keeping the ball in front of him. Good work there by Jack Reed. Gets a high kick forward, but it's all out there. It's all Rams. And taken by a model performer in Lockie Cross.
Yench. He could return the favour here to Sheets. Sheets is on here in the pocket. But no, ignores Sheets. Goes into the pocket. Archer Connolly. Hourigan. Almost a mark. Sheets is on here in the pocket. Eventually gets it, Sheet. And he'll kick a goal! Oh!
The crowd were getting excited there in the Sean Terrace area. Sean Tate Terrace area. Crowd pleaser. So it'll be miles after all that. Out of bounds on the full, so take a kick from right in front of the scoreboard, which doesn't read too well if you're a Devil supporter. 2-2 to 8-13. So
I'm convinced they're down to no one on the bench. No one's come on or off.
Okay, so they're going to play on heart here in this last quarter. Here's a chance for Arnold. Puts it towards Hourigan. Connolly in there as well. Chop out mark taken by Grundy. Quickly gets the ball back for it to come. Weeks is a leaper. Over the top end was Wimpress. Ball comes to ground level. Swidetsky gets the ball out. Once again, Arnold sells a bit of candy. Looks for support. But in the meantime, the umpire has ruled. And a bit of push and shove off the ball here. Sherman
Lockie May.
And Lockie May. It looks like the ball might have been out of bounds there. And the Academy ball coming in to pitch it up at the 10.5 minute mark. So, ball comes in. No. Carmody doing the ruck work. Ball comes down. Quick kick away by Alex Weeks. High ball. Camped under his Powell. Brings the ball to ground. He's got support there through the agents of Willis. That's what he's talking about as he shoots a handball out. Follows it up nicely. Puts it down the line. Looking for Harry Hollow. And Hollow takes a mark, but unfortunately, it's over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in.
12 minutes gone. 8-13 to 2-2. Boundary throw in. So 20 metres out, directly in front here for the Rams last year. Kick round the corner. Out towards McTaggart. Held up. Hasn't got the... Yeah. There's the... looks like the Moddies getting ready to come on the ground after this one, the modified footballers. So meantime, here's a chance... Oh, that's holding the ball, is it? Umpire doesn't see it that way. Umpire Trevor Morrison. So a bit of a grind here at the 12-minute mark.
One of the great things of community football, Benny, we noticed here on the Calderwold and the Hills League, you see the Moddies or under-12s playing after the seniors, which is great. gives them a bit of exposure with a big crowd in the house.
Yes, indeed. Wimpress. Oh, good work there. Oh, great pressure from the Rams. Wimpress eventually kicked the ball forward. Floating across was Grundy. He's played all right today, and that's gone out of bounds. Defensively held up well, Grundy.
You see the lead they're holding, but they're playing like a ruthless finals team. Not a giving, as I say, don't give a sucker an even break, and they're not taking the foot off the pedal, that's for sure. And just the pressure they're applying to the Mount Lofty defence. It's very pleasing for Coach Doe Eichner as the handball comes out here. Devils in turn apply their own pressure as two young guns there in Reid and McTaggart lock up. And opponent in Arnold. So once again, umpire Scott Bowe will ball it up.
20 metres out from goal. Yench, what will he do here? We know what he's capable of. Got the handball off, he must have. Alex Weeks attacking the ball, got it onto Eckerman. Just throws the ball on the boot without really having a look, and that's gone favourably for Lockie Cross, who collects the ball nicely. Kick into the middle of the ground. Went through Wes Weeks' legs. Opens it a chance here for the Rams. Good attack on the ball by Trey Willis. Umpire says, I'll have it, middle of the ground. 14 minutes gone, 8-13 to Rams, Mount Lofty 2-2.
So in the shadows, towards the cricket pitch area, ball up high level was Grundy. Rams got the ball forward, though, intercepted by Carmody. High kick. Out comes Sykes, couldn't trap the bounce. Leading the race of the ball is Weeks, but also there was Powell. Weighted numbers will tell for the Rams as Powell brings the ball up. But in the meantime, I think the academy boy has done the whistle. Perhaps he got some assistance from the people in the van there. Ball was out over the line. So they reset. It's Mount Lofty looking for their third goal of the game. It's the academy boy coming in. High pitch. Going to ground there. Rams was May. Brought away by Powell. Out here in the mark taken by Joshy Freeman.
So Josh Freeman, half back line. Kicks the ball along the wing area, but that's chopped out there by Declan Carmody. So Carmody on the wing. Looking inboard. Kicks the ball towards the half-forward line. Big pack forming here over the back. Opportunity for Lockie Cross. He's got some players sprinting for him out the other side. One of them's Harry Hollow. In turn is Jamie Drew, who's got a bit of a burst on his opponent in Biggs. Drew takes the mark, and once again another burst here from Archie Connolly. As you see the players sprinting out towards that area. High ball. Hourigan or Connolly will fly or hit the ground level. Eckerman. Hourigan wraps him up. Under pressure. Morby tried to get it to Thompson. Went his own way. Kicks it towards the half-back flank area, but that's taken by Sheets. Sheets in turn goes a short pass and finds Freeman.
That poor old Joshy Hone perhaps needed a crate or something out there to match the height of Big Sheets. He just took the mark, and as that Benny Goldfinch called, got it quickly on to Josh Freeman. So Freeman, 4 goals this season so far. As we said, second year with the club. Form from Kapunda, drops the ball short to the lead of Hourigan. Darts out in front. That's a good 1 grab, 2 grab. Goes to ground. Perhaps could have got the infringed free kick. Comes out of the Carmody. He's taken the ground by Rupchik. And
holding the ball.
Well, that's a you can see the look of exasperation on Carmody's face. So Rupchik right in front of the Sean Tate bar area terrace. Perhaps getting a few advice. Go for it. So Elijah Rupchik. Mixed season this year, working away with his appearances. Has set it to the top of the goal square.
Froth King. Oh.
Comes off hands. Will force through for a minor score, which it is. So only the 2 behind's been scored this quarter. J for Nairne. And 1 goal at the other
end. Bit
end.
of a barrel into the middle of the ground. Hasn't quite come off because it's going to go back in. Here's the Sheets. Sheets, 1 step, kick inside 50. Hourigan, 1, almost the mark. Yeah, free kick, advantage played. That's a goal. Freeman, thanks for coming. The modified Rams are up and about in front of us. And Froth King would have received a free kick, but Freeman finishes the job there, Jaden, and the Rams continue on as we have a look at the replay.
Yeah, I tell you what, just well done there by Joshy Freeman. Just bit of skill, just pick up, bang, goal.
Yeah.
So well done to him. Oh, like you said, Pistol's second year at the club from Kapunda, and he wasn't in the side halfway through the season, and now he's come in and having a good impact, and wasn't the best players against Harndorf a few weeks ago as well. So well done to the Rams. They've got 11 inside 50s to 9, even though they're not kicking to the favourable scoring end.
Exactly, as we mentioned, guys who get the opportunity with guys unavailable or through injuries, and geez, they're making the most of it. Why not? The Rams are set to have an impact in September, you suggest. Out of the centre, the ball goes forward. It's a chance for Connolly. Takes a mark there. Archie got supported, gives it back to Lockie Cross. He'll go long towards the top of the square, I think. That's the path it goes. Unprotected goal scorer.
Oh, through she
It
goes.
has, so Lockie Cross, get around him, a model performer, finishing it nicely there on the goal catwalk.
Yeah, and look, it looks like Tomo just a bit of cramp there. We have a look at the replay here. Cross from outside 50. Breeze has just died off a bit in this last quarter, and he dribbles that one through. Oregon lets it go, and the Rams extend their lead. Coming players in the mix to come back into the lineup who are currently out. We got Smith, Willis.
Smith gone for the season.
It's gone for the season.
Willis has as well.
Izzy Rupchik, Dalen Howe, and Jared Greenbank.
Yep.
So potentially to come back into the lineup at some stage. So
2 goals within 30 seconds here, boys. So as we said, Nairne certainly not letting up, even though they've got a healthy lead now and win this game quite easily.
So in the middle of the ground is Freeman. Kicks the ball towards the half-forward line. Drew will fly, will he? Or lets Archie Connolly attempt the mark. Eckerman, meantime, goes to McTaggart. McTaggart, meantime. Oh, I know who's off the ground. Yes. I'll get to it in a sec. Meantime, Aish kicks the ball. Finds Borneman. He goes out towards... Kai Tucker's not out there, is he? I just reckon I've worked out the other players injured for Mount Lofty. Meantime, Harry Weeks finds Sykes on the lead.
That was a good mark by Sykes, under pressure. Good movement by the Devils. But yeah, Kai Tucker.
Haven't noticed him, so he might be the third Devil who's injured, along with Aish and also Carthew.
So just testing the wind here. This will be a difficult shot at the Brakunga end. You'll need to go to the left of the goals, and hopefully the wind will bring it back. So Sykes, the leading goal scorer, in fact the only goal scorer for the Devils this afternoon, has 2 on the board.
That's not going to help.
And I tell you that it's not going to help at all, as he's missed everything. So Lockie Cross will retrieve the ball and bring it back into play.
Jaden, take us through it.
Yeah, well, from Mount Lofty at the moment, they would just be hoping to, get late 1 or 2 goals. I know it's not going to count for much, but
I think they'll be hoping for the siren.
Yeah, probably Pistols, but I guess some positivity for Mount Lofty. I mean, their handballing game hasn't been too bad today, but their kicking efficiency hasn't been too good, unfortunately, and they'll be hoping to, I guess, address that during the week. And but the Ram faithful are loving this at the moment. Like you said, Pistols at the Sean Tate Terrace. They're up and about at the moment, so big day. But 59-point margin, and it'll be the second time that the Rams have beaten Mount Lofty here at Nairne since 2014, and take the head-to-head count between the two teams to 9-3, because it was 9-2 before today since 2014. Nairne only beat Mount Lofty twice, but now it'll be 9-3. So well done to the Rams, and Llewellyn just short kick here.
Drew takes it, is off to the races, goes forward up towards Hurrigan. Big dash as soon as his body all against stops, and play on says the umpire. Dash trying to trap the ball. Well, it's set for him.
Don't argue.
Tries outside the boot. And I tell you, that would have been something sensational from the big frother, as he indicated.
I like that matchup. It's entertaining.
Yes. Well, association full back against one of the best forwards in the comp.
It's a good matchup. So, Miles.
They do look alike.
Yeah, they do. Little dog's enjoying himself.
Might be an age difference, Ben.
Miles kicks into the middle of the ground. Ricocheting off. Here's Lockie May. Wheels around on the right boot. Morby. Ball hits the deck. Opportunity for Rubchik over the top to Hollow. He can find another teammate or snap a goal. Cruising now, the Rams. Jaden.
Yeah, well done by Hollow. He's coming to this side and, he's trying to prove a point to the coaching staff that, I'm all about the A grade this year. And obviously now they're going to have both senior teams, or hopefully both senior teams, in the finals. That win in the B grade today was a crucial part of their hopeful finals campaign for both grades. So, Hollow, we're hoping to play some finals footy in the A grade and really prove a point to the coaching staff that he's here to stay.
Good work there by Elijah Roach, just showing his value as an in and under and just tough approach on the ball and set up the opportunity for Hollow to snap around and, he's third for the game. So back in the centre, Grundy goes unopposed, ball stolen away by Hone, still showing a bit of run in this last quarter, puts the ball forward to a fumble there for the Devils. Now's Ram, here's May, under siege, gets out the back door to cross the goal kicker, pokes up line and finds Llewellyn. So Llewellyn with the ball, just nurses it further afield, finds Yench right on the boundary line. So Nick Yench, the Prince of Salem.
Yep. Mark Yench, his father's just over to the right, Pistols, and having a good chat to everyone.
And Grandma's just sitting down from us. So.
As a neutral now, as a HFL director. Meantime, that 25-metre penalty.
That's interesting. So anyway, the big man from Lock just ambles up to the 50-metre line where we'll take his resultant free kick. Sam Miles just asking umpire Bo what's going on.
So Sheets wedges it, lofts it up into the forward area. Drew. Morby trying to claim that one. Ball spilled out. Well, it wasn't Morby actually. Biggs.
Similar.
I think both sides pretty content to hear the siren at the moment. As Biggs kicks the ball out towards the half-back flank. I think the Rams, though, would be keen to push on with a bit more action here. Yench feeds the ball out. Cross. Here's a chance for Sherman. Ducks the head.
Too high. It's the goal.
It's a free kick.
That man, Lockie May.
Lockie May kicks the ball out towards the wing area. Taken there by Waterman. He lofts a little shot over the top there to Arnold. So Arnold into space. Oh!
That's
Have a look at that
squid.
replay.
He just stuck out the tentacle and it stuck.
Squid, great mark.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll tell you what, he actually was lurking near the goal square when Darcy missed that one in the pocket and he sort of put his arms up, so he'll be hoping to hit the scoreboard this time.
Well, his fellow defender, Lockie Cross, got on the board, so chance here for Swedetsky. As I said, he's played a pretty good game this afternoon. Unheralded.
He's got the sun right in the eyes.
Not a proven goal kicker this season, boys, because his defensive role, and that probably tells why.
Squid just missing there.
He'll be telling us about the mark, though, I'm sure. So 11-16-82 plays 2-2-14. So what was a pretty anticipated game here, boys. It's unfortunately turned a bit lopsided. And I think that 4 goals, 3 to no score in the first term certainly set up for the Rams. As opportunity comes from the go forward. Here's the ball, comes across to Wimpress. Lifts the eyes and picks out the big Sheets betting, who's had a big last quarter. Here's a chance for the Frufking. Oh, tops it up well before acceptances. And as you said, been a good battle that. But Hurricane using the bottle well. But certainly that free kick there for infringement before the ball arrives. So Darcy Hurricane. Chance here for his 4th goal.
I think
It's kicked something like sort of goal kicking list for South Australian country football now. He's kicked something like over 600 goals.
What's he at now for this season?
This is 66 he's sitting on. 66. Which he still remains on.
Don't go anywhere at the end of the match. Jaden will take us through it.
Something
with,
we missed last week, Jaden. Well, no substitute.
I'm back.
for
Look
quality.
out.
Like Arnott's biscuits, no substitute for quality. So you weren't here.
Yeah, we had to let last week's just go through to the keeper, Jaden.
Yeah, I thought Goldie, you would have been all about it, but
Oh, no, it's a little bit too wet as well. And in the meantime, here's a chance for Freeman. Kicks the ball forward. Drew caught at the back. Brought it to ground level though. Dodd. I think that was Morby. Kick into the middle of the ground. There it is. Rams continuing to increase their win ratio for the season. They go to 11-17. Mount Lofty 2-2. Convincing win from the Rams against what appears to be a injury hit Devils lineup with Aish, looks like Carthew and Kai Tucker, who I couldn't pick up in that final quarter on the sideline. So the Rams, as I said, got still players to come back into the lineup, and they look very good today.
Yeah, that's right, Benny. 69-point margin. We'll tell you what, coming in, it was anticipated second versus third.
Well,
no one would have...
just get the camera ready for that.
No one would have anticipated that margin. And I tell you what, the Devils, bit of work to do.
Very much so.
Injuries, not good coming at this time of year. And of course, coming under siege from a couple of other sides. Have had a top 3 spot for most of the season so far, Benny. But as we're entering the last 4 rounds before finals, they're certainly starting to come under a bit of pressure. And that won't help them. And, their ability to kick goals. And it just showed out today, like, all the eggs in one basket. We spoke with Toddy Hire. Perhaps over the last few seasons there's been just Darcy for Nairne, but they've certainly got Drew and Conley and a mixture of other options. As we'll go down to Jaden J, who's about to unveil the most valuable player on the ground. Recipient down to you, Jaden J.
You live?
all good. Here with Lockie May, most effective player of the day. Got your thongs there, mate, like the white ones do.
Yeah, white's my colour, so pretty bland.
Good work.
Oh, thanks, mate.
And there is also the Benny there. Just take us through the win, mate. Good win today.
Yes, we're pretty salty with the last loss at Mount Lofty. We weren't in our true colours there in the game, but this week we were really on the ball. So got the win, and that was the end result. Yeah, good work. So what was during the week? Obviously, you went by 30 odd points last time. So what was it like during the week? Just obviously trying to get the win this time, but obviously you might play them in finals. Yeah. Yeah, all we did was we just trained the basics every night, Tuesday, Thursday. Keep it sharp and shiny, and we went about our business today and got the win. So looking forward to trying to go toe to toe with Hahndorf soon. And how good is it in the back six? Obviously, Powley and Lockie Cross as well, and Sildersky as well. How good is it? And obviously, you boys are just dominating down there at the moment. How good is it? Yeah, it's bloody awesome. I enjoy it a lot, especially, I used to play full back and Powley being a centre half back, and now I'm centre half back and he's full back. So we've just got a dominant all round ground. Very scary up forward and good in the midfield as well. And obviously it'll be the first time the Rams have made Division 1 finals. Obviously a junior, played all your moddies and your juniors here. What does it mean to you, mate, and also the club? I've always stuck through and through with the maroon and white. Nairne's my home, so I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. But it's going to take a lot to let me leave, and especially playing moddies. All I want is a grand final. I want to be in one. Awesome, mate. Well, congrats on the win, and thanks for your time. Good luck for the rest of the season. Cheers. Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, good work, Jaden J. As always, good to have him back on board, and good work too by Lockie May, as Toddy Hyde, the football director, said that during our chat at half time. Just Inspector Gadget type arms. Yeah, they're so versatile and athletic for a 6'7" size player, and just works well on the ground, in the air, near unbeatable. So Nairne, certainly his defence, he's not the kingpin, he's the kingpin of a defence, but when you look at some of the others, Godetsky was very good, Lockie Cross, they're in pretty good shape, the Nairne Rams. If
and they've got good depth as well.
If that's to show second v third, they've comfortably beaten the third-ranked side by 69 points. He's back with us, Jaden J.
Yeah, you're right, and great speaking to Lockie there. I reckon I spoke to him last season as well, and just his improvement. And I was going to say also in the third quarter, it's not just his intercept marking, but his ground ball work is really good as well. And he's got some versatile defenders there, Nan, and like I said, Sildersky and Lockie Cross. So it's just fantastic to see the back six working really well, and they've got a powerful forward six as well. So well done to the Rams, and they'll be playing their first Division 1 finals campaign this season, and he just said what it means to him and means to the club as well.
Yeah, another thing Todd Hire spoke about, 5 years ago, they made a lot of people might have thought at the time, to come back out of Division 2, maybe the comfort zone, but they've done a lot of work. They've built up the strength in the club. As you said, their reserves will be playing finals, A-grade playing finals for the first time in Division 1, and of course their Colts are doing well as well. So all going pretty well out here at the moment for the Nairne Rams, Benny.
Yes, very much so. And we've got the Moddies on at the moment. They do it well here, the Rams.
Yep.
I remember, wasn't that... Oh, it was a reasonable time ago that they were obviously in the country division and struggling in the country division.
Yeah.
And then Tony Filke came on board as A-grade coach, and since then they've really gone from strength to strength, winning a country division A-grade premiership and now up in Div 1 and, as you said, pushing for a top 3 finish, not just finals campaign.
As Toddy Hire reflected on the work that Daniel Lackenby did in that difficult period of coming up and adapting to Division 1.
Yeah, did a great job, Lackers, obviously, and now he's at Mount Barker and, set the foundation.
Any telling... Well, there's a few, not only the scoreboard, as we said, 11-17 to 2-2. Any other telling stats, Jaden, that really, when you look at it, you can see where the game was won and lost?
Well, Mount Lofty only won 2 centre clearances for the game, so that's probably the stat that's really telling for me. And Nairne won the inside 50 count in the last quarter, and I feel like that was a big one because they didn't have the scoring advantage side in the last quarter. So well done to the Rams, and also a telling stat that I've actually researched in the last quarter here too. So Mount Lofty's score of 2-2-14 is their lowest score since round 14, 2013, when they scored 9 against Mount Barker there at Go Park. So
wow,
so there's bottom 2 and relegated. So
it's actually their lowest score since coming back to Division 1. But on a positive note for the Rams, it's their biggest margin against Mount Lofty that they have scored, so they're a 68-point margin. So, well done to the Rams, and they'll be happy tonight. And Monty's having a kick too.
Absolutely. All right, we must thank all our supporters and sponsors. Of course, Call of the Wild coming to you through Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Dartfish. Of course, the Hills Football League sponsors, Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarkets, West End, Sports Power, Sharon Courier, Newspaper, Rostow Homes, Sports Centre, Thank Road Safety, and of course the respective club sponsors. We'll just have a final look at them. Jaden J.
Yep, so
take us through it.
Salute Better Solutions, Barker Boy, Closey's Supermarkets, Qube Logistics, Howard Vineyard, Adelaide Hills, and Carmen Concreting and Excavations.
And from Mount Lofty.
Yep, 24 Fit, Duxton Capital Australia, BMD, and Arkabar Hotel.
Beautiful work, and we've got to thank our technical crew once again. Will to my left.
Yep, good work.
Doing some great work, and obviously impressing Salisha over there in Kathmandu. Loving your work as well. And of course, James, the cameraman, who's the unsung hero, but brings you all the great vision each week here on the Call of the Wild. Now, boys, next week we're still keeping with Division 1, but we're heading out to Solar Wholesalers Oval out of the Chunga.
Yep.
A special community event in regards to prostate cancer awareness, as the Chunga Demons are hosting Mount Barker, the annual Murphy Jones Whittington Cup match. So looking forward to that. So it'd be good to make the trip out to Chunga.
Yeah, sure, fantastic. I haven't been out to Chunga for a while, so
this season obviously. So and have a look at the Roos as well. So looking forward to that. As I said, a game that's got so much, not just a game of footy, but the awareness and honouring 3 great club people, unfortunately succumbed to prostate cancer. So making everyone aware of getting health checked and looking after yourself. And speaking looking after themselves, Jaden, thanks for being with us, and good to see you looked after yourself during the week and are back on deck, and good work by you.
Cheers, thanks Pistols, great to be back today. So good day to be a Rams fan, and thanks for having me again, and thanks for Nairne for having us.
Yeah, once again, the hospitality of Nairne, thank you very much. And once again, Benny,
Yep, no,
well
terrific,
done.
terrific.
What's coming out of the game for you? Nairne, real deal? Devils, a little bit of work to do. They'll play finals for the first time
they need some
since
more
2010, but
they've gone backwards the last few weeks.
Seem to be just
4 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals. It's not a good sign at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
that's right. So, Coach Borden with some work to do, and also injuries incurred today won't open their cause. But anyway, they've got a couple of big games. I think you're Raider next week for them. So, that's what it's all about. Get towards the business end of the season when the tough get going, as I say. And tough will get going with the call a while once again next week. So, until then, Jeff Styler on behalf of all the crew saying thanks for joining us. Keep chasing your goals, and see you next time.
See ya.